guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lexi and today we're doing another pick a card. Today's pick a card is the 2024 love predictions. So we're going to be seeing what's coming in love for you guys in the new year. So before I start, I just want to put this disclaimer that tarot is a tool and predictions and tarot readings, they are a tool. You are the one that is in control of your own life. So if you hear something that you don't like, we are just currently looking at the current timelines. You are able to shift and jump timelines as you please, and change outcomes. You are able to do that. Tarot is just a tool. So I wanted to put that out, and I also want to say that time is always in a state of flux. So if I see something coming around summertime, that could come earlier or later depending on what's going on in your life and the energies, because like I said, we'll always jump in timelines, moving, shifting, vibrations, that happens. Okay, so please bear that in mind if I see a particular season or something like that. Thirdly, there is usually at least one pile where love isn't a super big focus in the new year coming. That does happen sometimes. If you are disappointed by that, please do not be abusive in the comments or be abusive to the other commenters. I don't condone that. You will just be blocked from the channel. I tend to find when there's a pile, there's usually some people that will get upset or triggered by that and just try and be cruel. Just remember that I am just channeling what I see. And sometimes there's other things that are cemented into place before something else can come in. And that doesn't mean then that there needs to be, you know, nasty comments towards myself or anyone else. I want to put that in. I don't like to get all serious, but I have to with this type of video because it does happen. But yeah, we're just going to be seeing what's coming in the new year, what's coming in love. I've got my old decks like I did in the general predictions, so we can, you know, if there is someone coming in, we can see, you know, the type of person that they are. And I've got my song lyrics as well. And yeah, I do have my cats wandering around, Jasper, Vader and Luna, so they may pop in. And yeah, let's get in. So pile number one, we have the shell. Pile number two, well, they're all shells. Pile number one was the cockle shell. Pile number two is, I call it the swirly shell. Hi Luna. Hi baby girl. Don't worry, I'll still show you them. Pile number three is I call this the spiral shell. And pile number four is the limpet. So see which shell you are drawn to. The timestamps are going to be in the description box as usual, and I will see you guys at your timestamps. Hello and welcome to your reading. So we are taking a look at what is to come in love in 2024. You guys chose the cockle shell. I'm going to start with tarot and then we're going to move on to your oracle cards. The first thing that I do want to say is, in regards to bringing love in, I think one of the things, because I keep being shown almost like a card, but it's more like an energy that I see you tapping into. I see specifically this year, and I think that's why it's coming up. I actually see at the beginning of the year, so like January, February. I don't see much shifting in January and February just because I see you maybe working on like insecurities and things that are coming up. I see like a thorn being pulled around that time, and then I'm seeing like late spring going into summer. Do you know that Michael Bublé song? It's like, it's a beautiful day and I can't stop myself from smiling. I'm hearing that, but that's why I feel like I'm kind of it's like that solar plexus energy, it's almost consuming me, and I feel very confident and I feel very happy, and I feel like that's where someone's then coming in. I just see you feeling very good, whether it's just about yourself or something that you've accomplished. It's almost like I'm riding high. That's the only way I can describe it. Like I feel like I'm riding high, and then I see somebody coming in, but there's something that you would have entangled yourself from, which almost draws this person in from an energetic level. But we're going to see how that goes in a second. So let's just pull the cards. So pile number one, please, spirit guides. Can you show me pile number one's 2024 love life? Pile number one's 2024 love life. We have the Five of Cups, pile number, there's something I see you doing that I feel like you've already been doing towards the end of this year that's going to go into the start of the year, where I see you guys, it's almost like pent up maybe frustration. If you have been holding a grudge towards somebody, it could be that, and maybe it was underneath your subconscious, you know, you didn't know it was there and then it's just come up. If you've been feeling recently, because I feel like it's already been happening, like October, November, December time, like I almost feel like I'm holding a grudge towards someone, or there's someone or something that happened to me where it's almost like it's not fair, or I'm just frustrated at, and I feel like I'm clearing that out. I feel like you've already been doing it. That's why I'm referencing it, because it's like it's coming into right at the beginning of the new year, January, February, but it's already been happening. So this is an energy you could currently be in or have been in already, where there's someone or something that happened where it's almost like I'm hearing debris, like leftover debris, but it's almost like feelings that needed to be purged out and felt, where I feel angry, or I kind of feel like somebody's taken something from me, taken an opportunity from me, and I feel very disappointed. That's the only way I can describe it, and I feel like that needs to be cleansed out, and it's currently being as you watch this reading. For some of you guys, the worst part is over, because I'm being shown late November, early December, like a certain time period at the end of this year, 2023, where you really would have felt into feelings. So there's then like lingering disappointment, and I feel like, or feeling like a piece of you was taken, or a piece of your self-worth was taken, or your confidence was knocked. And it's just a feeling that you're purging out, where it then gets restored back to you, which is probably where you feel that almost like overindulgence on life. Like I kind of feel really confident, and I see that at the beginning of next year, not January, February, because I feel like there's still remnants, but I feel around about April time, you'll feel that. Pile number 1. If you are still purging or clearing, I'm being called for you guys to listen to heart chakra singing bowls. I feel like that would be really helpful, or if you have heart chakra singing bowls, playing them, because I feel like that would be really soothing for you guys, in restoring that energy or balancing that energy out, because you've been doing a bit of a purge. Pile number 1, 2024, love life. Oh, hang on, your card fell. Yeah, because then we have death. I feel like around March time, late February, March, I see you going into a time period where love is not a focus for you at all. Just very focused on yourself, or very focused. I feel like I'm focused on the present moment more than anything. Some of you guys may have birthdays in that time period, or there's like a really strong transit around March time, but I see you guys feeling very, I know it's the beginning of spring and like the new year, like astrologically, but I see you guys feeling very still and at ease. The only way I would describe it is like the Empress card, and then I see you guys just being very focused on your physical, like your present and your own energy, and then I see everything around you almost moving. So it's almost like you being very focused on the present moment around that time, late February, March. I see like timelines being created around you, in regards to meeting new people. And we have the Queen of Wands, and we have the Star, which I need to cover her up because she's a bit, sorry guys, I've moved this ring light and I keep knocking it. I'm not used to it being there. With all the birds chirping as well, I feel like I'm gonna be honest, I see you being in a relationship this year, or somebody significant coming in, and I feel like with the birds chirping so much, I feel like it's almost like, not divine intervention, but it's almost like spirit are drawing you and someone together, because I do feel like there's supposed to be a link with someone, and I almost see two people like linking up and then transforming. It's almost like I'm jumping, you know, like the doodle jump game where the guy like jumps up on different levels. I see you and somebody like jumping somewhere together. So I feel like there's kind of like an adventure, or when I say adventure, I feel like there's something, whoever it is that you're meeting this year, I feel like there's something you and this person are meant to do energetically, could be being married, it could be starting a business together, it could be having a child, or it could be learning something from one another, gaining something from one another. It is almost, I want to say it's kind of imminent, because it's like in your energy now. It's just something's being cleared out currently. But I really do see somebody coming in for you guys this year, but I'll get into that now. We have the 10 of Wands at the back of the deck. Okay, let's just make sure that is straight. Okay, 5 of Cups, Death, Queen of Wands. I feel, okay, I do see you meeting somebody this year. I actually feel someone's almost going to, this could be somebody that you've spoken to before, but like not in that way, or you could be aware of this person or know of this person. And I feel like when this person, I see this person showing up in your mind's eye before they actually come in. Like this could be like a work colleague, like partner, and then you like have a dream that you're in a relationship with them, and you're like, I don't know, I don't think I see them like that, and you kind of like brush it off, and then that kind of, it's like a fly swinging around somebody's head, like flying around somebody's head. It's like it's there, but you're not bringing it in yet, whether you're focused on something that you're doing, or you just don't see this person like that. I see this person kind of around. This could be somebody you talk to on social media as well that you never met, and you could find that they're lurking, or you catch them lurking, or they could be, you know, accidentally like a photo, and you're just kind of like, I don't know, because whoever this person is, I feel like you're either aware of them, you've had a dream of them, or it's like you know of them at least. And I don't see you would have been in a relationship with them. There's no emotion here at all. It's just like someone you're aware of. But I see you almost like writing it off. I'm not gonna lie, a little bit like, that's not somebody I'd be with, or that's not something, like, I don't know, it's almost like there's a veil over them. Like, I don't know if I'm interested. I don't know if the energy is there for that. I don't know. And I see that happening at the beginning of the year. Because there's something, someone's being like put in your face, or something's being shown to you, or you could go see a friend and then that person's there, you keep bumping into somebody. Like there's something energetically where this keeps showing up. And again, this could already be happening where you've noticed somebody like in a photo or something like that, and you're just like, I don't know. Or you could have watched tarot readings on relationships, and then it describes someone that you know, and you're like, oh no, I don't think I'd go with them. But it's like energy's almost like molding to have you align with this person. The only way I can describe it, have you ever had a time period where like you've listened to an album and there's like a couple of songs in that album that you don't like, and you're like, that's an awful song, I really don't like it. 2 years pass, you've energetically changed, you go and listen to that album, and that one song you didn't like, you absolutely love. You just had to grow into a certain energy for it to align with you, like what that person's singing about. It didn't make sense and the beat didn't make sense, but energetically you've shifted, so now you like that. The only way I can describe it, I never liked Taylor Swift's music growing up. I was like Eminem, rap. I didn't like Taylor Swift's at all. And then when I started to you know, open up to like romance and things like that, I started loving Taylor Swift's music, and I loved everything, and all the songs I hated I loved, instead of being a lot more lighthearted, you know. So it's I see something like that, like there's something where you're like, not interested, but there's an energy being kind of like molded within you this year that aligns you with this person. I'm seeing the letter H, so I don't know, I'm hearing Houston as well. Hope I'm saying that correctly with my Welsh accent. Houston. Yeah, okay. I'm hearing that, but just the letter H as well. I don't know if you've got letter H in your initials, or they do, but that's what I'm being shown. I do see you dating around as well this year before you actually get in a relationship, but I see you very focused on self, I'm not gonna lie. I see you very focused on, because there's something that you would have been purging or releasing in regards to like, I feel like I've lost something, or I feel insecure about something, that I see you kind of gaining back, and I see you being very focused on. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like you're going to be very self-focused, a little bit selfish, but I feel like it's almost balancing it out, because I see you listening to your own needs, trying things out. What do I like? Do I like chocolate cake? Do I like strawberry cake? Do I like what's it called, strawberry shortcake, cheesecake, whatever the case? Like, what do I like? You know what I mean? Like cake testing, what flavor, you know, what taste? Do I like this cream? Do I like that cream? And I see you doing that, almost dating, or even just talking to people, and it feels very lighthearted. And I feel like that may happen around the spring, but it's almost you getting yourself out there. And that's why I see this person kind of like a fly, kind of like lingering around. and kind of flying about. I see them, whoever it is that I see you entering a relationship with, I feel like they have either been waiting on the sidelines, or they have been interested in you or found you attractive before, but didn't feel like there was a bridge to cross over, didn't feel like you were interested, didn't feel like you were into them. That's kind of how this feels. And I see them almost like checking up on you or asking about you. And this is why I feel like it's someone you know. Because I see when you start to talk to people and text people, this is where this person, I feel like you may bring them into this. But again, I don't see you being too fully fussed. Or that if you haven't met them like that or gone on a date with them like that, I feel like you may hold them at arm's length for a minute. I don't see you taking it that seriously. And then I see you when it's almost like randomly, it's almost like spontaneously, and now I'm being highlighted September. It's almost like, all right, okay, I'll see you. What's the harm in that? Like, it kind of feels like that. Okay, we'll go on a date. What's the harm in that? Okay, we'll meet up. Okay, we'll FaceTime. I don't know. It does feel more like physical, or like I'm with you. And then I see you actually, I almost feel very comfortable. Like, I feel like you're my friend. I feel very comfortable. And that's where I see something kind of growing. Because I'm seeing the fourth quarter of the year. So that's like October, November, December. That's where things start to grow like that. But I see something around late August, September, where it's like this, like I'm clicking my fingers. But I feel through the summer you may date people or meet up with people and then just kind of test things out. But this person then, September, October, November, I feel like that's where it grows into something. And I the only way I want to describe it is like it fits. Like it just, you click with this person when you change your perception of them. But I feel like you might have been looking at them, because I feel like this is someone you know or you've talked to before. I feel like you may be looking at them with an outdated lens, and you've grown or changed since then. And I feel like it's not until you meet this person that you look at them with a different lens, and it's like, oh, actually, my needs, you meet them. Actually, what I like, you cater to. I actually get on with you, or I actually feel comfortable with you, or I actually feel safe with you. And I feel like you're going to like how you feel around this person. And I feel like you're going to be led by your feelings and your intuition in regards to this person. But that I feel like throughout the summer, this person's around. I do see you maybe speaking to them, but you're looking at them with an outdated lens. It's like, oh, I wouldn't go for you, or I don't like this, or I don't like that. And you may have known them like 4 years ago, and they could have grown a lot, so you could be looking at an old version of them too. It could be that as well. But I want to really express, this isn't someone you've really dated that much before. It's no one you've had feelings for. You could have spoken to them once, you could have talked to them once, you could have texted and never met up. This could be a colleague that you've been around and never looked at that way. That's how this feels. So I just want to see how it progresses quickly with some cards, and then we'll pull your oracle cards. So how is this going to progress, Spirit Guides? How is this going to progress into... This person feels very patient. I want to say this person feels like an earth sign, so Capricorn, Taurus, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, Taurus. They may have a different accent to you. Pile number one. Oh, what have we got? Okay, we have the Two of Pentacles. Yeah, I really don't see you being too hyper-focused or interested in this person right away. It's almost like you're not looking at them. We have the Hermit here as well. I just don't want to take that off because explicit, you know. On the back of the deck we have the Six of Pentacles. Okay. Like I said, I see this person almost like holding down a fort, and I don't see it in the sense of, oh, I'm not interested in this person's really trying with you. It's not that. I just don't see you hyper focused on this person, or too like I see this person standing there and looking at you, and it's almost like, oh, they're not interested right now, I'm just gonna get about and do my life. But I do quite like the look of them, or I feel intuitively drawn to them, and I do kind of like them, but I don't think they're too interested. We'll talk when we do. I'm not going to put too much energy into it because I don't see them being hyper focused. I really don't. I'll extend some branches to them. I'll extend offers a couple times, and we'll just see, you know, whatever happens. I'm not investing too much because they're not yet, but I'm here, or I'm hopeful, if that makes sense, because they're very earthy and practical like that. So I see them just kind of being like observant of you or being aware of you, and I see you just, again, you're either focused on self, or there are other people maybe you're dating, or you're just doing your own thing, because I see them viewing you with other people. So you could be with like friends, or you could be with like family members, or you could just be busy a lot with like work, or you could be traveling, you know, you could be doing whatever. And I see this person just kind of being observant of it. So you could have them on social media or something like that, or you could literally tell them. And then I see with the Hierophant, it's almost like energetically there's like a because I feel like you're the type to get downloads or do inner work, and something sprouts out or something grows, or maybe the purging you would have done towards the end of 2023 going into 2024, something grows in its place, and by the time it pops its head out, you're like, oh, okay, randomly, yeah, I'll take that offer up, let's go for a walk, let's go on a date, let's go do this. And I see it just like energetically like, yeah, okay. And that's where this person comes in. And I just see you feeling very aligned with them and just enjoying being around them. And I see you doing things with them. This person feels very earthy. So I see them showing up and showing out, practically doing things with you. I see you being with them in the physical and really getting to know them. And I feel very energetically drawn. And I feel like the fourth quarter of the year, that's where this focus is of like getting to know you on that level, all of that. That's what I see towards the end of the year. Yeah. Anything else, Spirit Guides? Six of Pentacles at the back of the deck. Anything else? I feel like that's where it becomes a good give and take, and I feel like that's where this person starts to invest in you more. And I see you then matching that, and it feels like it's flowing. I do see some like apprehension from you guys, but I just see you feeling very comfortable with them. Like I want to say comfortable in my emotions. Like I can express my emotions to you. I can tell you things. Like I can show you that side of me. That's what I'm being shown. So let's pull your oracle cards. So pile number, actually let's pull these ones first. Pile number 1, please. They got cat fur on them. My cats. Pile number 1. Pile number 1's next. I don't want to say next relationship, but I do feel like that's what it's going to be. I think it's going to be a relationship. And if you haven't yet, do you see how the butterfly is just like dangling around the face on them cards? On the death card, it's like dangling around. Like I feel like this person's around, but if you haven't met someone that fits that description yet, be aware over the next 3 months, because I feel like you might meet them then. It could be someone that is just been lingering around, because I see you kind of like, I'm aware of you. Or you could even think of this reading and be like, oh, well, you know, Lexi did say. But then you're like, even then, you're like, oh, I don't know though. Not you. I don't know. Because you're looking at them with a different lens. That's what it is. Pile number 1. But I do feel like it's going to turn into a relationship by the end of the year. And again, you could even rapidly bring this forward with this person if you chose to meet them earlier, but it's more like an energy has to grow within you first, and take the place of what you've just purged. So I really don't see you even wanting this person to come in until something sprouts within you, and it's going to continue to sprout throughout the year. It's like a part of you is growing or being activated. That happens. I like to think of our inner world as kind of like a garden, and you'll have weeds and you'll have all of that, and when we, you know, clear the weeds, we make room for something else to be planted. But then before that flower, you know, blooms, it's got to take its time to be watered. And I see that, especially from spring to summer, like I just see you being very attentive to something that's growing within you. Which is almost as well being seen, like feeling comfortable being seen. When you think of the shell you chose the cockle shell, and the cockles inside, you know, when those shells are cut, like shut, you cannot open them for dear life. So I feel like it's almost you coming out of your shell a little bit, you feeling confident to come out of your shell, or you feeling like you can be seen, or having like that, you know, kind of spotlight on you. Pile number 1, love life in 2021. Okay, the 3 cards just popped out. We have unrequited love first. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going, which is literally going over this phase, which I feel like is you. If you see, he's like kissing her hand and she's just not really that interested. If you can see, that's what I see. Now, I don't see this person fully stepping towards you and being like, oh, please be with me, and you're like, no, it doesn't feel like that. It literally just feels like, I don't know if I can see you like that. I don't know, but like I said, it's a different lens you're looking at them with in the beginning, and that's your energy, and they may even feel that as well. So it's almost like, I'm just stood back, I'm not gonna like invest, it is what it is. But then we have give your relationship a chance, work on your partnership. I feel like that's where you're gonna get to know them. It feels very humanly, you know, like I see you guys just like, they feel like a friend. Like I feel like you feel very comfortable with them, and I feel like creating and establishing that friendship, and I see you enjoying being around them. That's where passion comes in. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy, and I feel like that's where your emotions then start to come in, and that's where you start to feel those deeper feelings and those more passionate feelings. It's a slow burner, and I feel like it's also a mirror to you kind of slow burning through the year to decide that someone or a particular energy is something that you want. You're learning about that, and I feel like this relationship, it's going to be a slow burner, because I feel like this person that's coming in, I feel like they move slow, they take their time in investing, and I feel like there's a friendship that's kind of gained first. So August, September time, I feel like is where our link will begin, and we have getting to know each other at the back of the deck. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. That's what I see. So it's like a slow burn. So it could be that you don't actually end up fully in a relationship maybe until the beginning of 2025, but it's pretty much, I feel by around Christmas time next year, it's as good as a relationship, if not already, you know, a relationship. But it's a slow burn. Like I see you really spending time with each other. So 2024. Pile number 1, please. 2024. Their love lives in 2024. A message from their higher self for their love life in 2024. A message for their higher selves. Oh. A message for pile number 1. A message from pile number 1's higher selves for their love life in 2024. What have we got? We have playfulness. Laughter is the best therapy. Have some fun together, and remember, love is the greatest healer. I see you working towards getting yourself to a more lighter-hearted, go with the flow phase. I see you. It could be right now. You could be feeling this way right now. This could have been your energy 2023. I feel like the cockle shells are shut. I don't want to come out. And I kind of feel angry and frustrated, because I feel like it's something you may have been purging. It's like, what's the point in coming out? What's the point? People are like this. People are like that. Why should I? That's how I feel. Why should I? Why should I give my energy? I feel like someone's taken something from me, and I feel closed off. And I almost just feel a little bit angry with others, or just like angry with someone, and I need to get it out. Like it needs to come out, and that's how it feels. And I see you really feeling into that now, going into January, February. Around about March, there's a stillness that comes, and I just want to say rest in that time. Take your time. And then I see something slowly growing, and as it's growing, it's almost like you're activating. It's like soul retrieval. You're bringing parts of yourself back. You start to feel a lot more lighthearted. That's where you kind of open the cockle shell. I see you kind of like dance. I'm seeing like a cockle coming out of the shell, if you've seen an Alice in Wonderland, dancing around people. So it's almost like, I'm here, you know, queen's here, king's here, like I'm here. And it's like, okay, I'm ready to dance. Like if you've heard the Selena Gomez song Dance Again, and she says it feels so good to dance again. Like that's how I see you feeling come around April time, and that's where that solar plexus confidence energy is. It's like, I don't mind being seen. And I see you kind of like dancing around that. This person's there, you're aware of them. You may be go on a couple of dates, super focused on yourself, I see, or something. You're really watering yourself. I kind of feel like I'm enjoying life a little bit. And then one random day, I just see you, this person saying, hey, do you want to do this? Or let's go do this. Or it could be, because I feel like there's a first move coming from you. Like you could say something to someone like, oh, hey, do you want to do this? Or, oh, sorry, I know I left you on red. I forgot to reply to you. Or something like that. Or do you remember when you asked me on a date? We can do that now. So it's almost like you're like, by the way, that's why this person's like, oh, okay, all right. And that's where I see you spend time with this person, friendship develops, that's where you slowly get to know each other, feelings deepen, passion comes in, relationship. That's what I see. If I had to, describe it like that, that's what I see. So let's get some song lyrics for the year, and then we're going to pull what this person may be like, and, all of that. We'll do that. So song lyrics for the year, or how they're going to be feeling towards love, please, spirit guides. I want to pull 4 of these. Oh. We have RESPECT, find out what it means to me. So we have Aretha Franklin. So maybe what you're currently purging right now is connections where maybe people didn't put you first, or people didn't put effort into you, or people didn't respect you, literally, like the card says. Like I feel like I'm being counted out. I feel like people aren't thinking of me or respecting me or valuing me, and that's why I feel frustrated and angry. So it's like, I'm going to do that for myself, I'm going to do that for myself, and I'm pouring that into me. That's what that could be. Pile number 1. Oh wow, we have Ada James, or Etta James. I say Ada James personally. At last my love has come along. I mean, that doesn't need any explanation. I do feel like you're going to be in a relationship this year. Pile number 1. 2. Oh, we've got 2 that popped. 2 that popped. We have I Hope We Never Change, I Hope We Stay the Same, Sabrina Carpenter. It's a song called Honeymoon Fades, and she sings about being in the honeymoon period of a relationship, and she hopes it stays like that. It's a really lovely song. So yeah, I Hope We Never Change, I Hope We Stay the Same, Sabrina Carpenter. And then we have I never know how to pronounce the name. It's like AWA. He said I love you, I said thank you baby, I love me too. I feel like you're gonna feel a little bit through the summer like the world is kind of like your oyster, or just feel very good about yourself. There could be a goal that you reach. Yeah, it's almost like a goal that you reach, or just something makes you feel good. Again, it's just pouring into yourself. You feel like something's come back to you. I feel like a lightheartedness. Yeah, that's what I see. And the back of the deck, you have Leslie Gore, You Don't Own Me. Again, with that being at the back of the deck, and I feel like that's the energy you're coming from, that's why the cockle's shut, because it's almost like people are taking from me, people aren't respecting me, people aren't pouring into me the way I pour into them. Like, that's how I feel. I feel frustrated, and that's the energy I feel like you're currently in. Or you could have moved past that. That could have been September, October time of 2023, and now you're in the disappointment phase, and now you're in a sad phase, or now you just feel a bit apathetic. But you're not going to stay in that phase, because energy's shifting. Like, we see your energy shift a lot next year. Your energy's already been shifting. It's not just your energy shifting next year. You've been shifting. You've been riding a wave, and it always, energy transforms, it shifts. So let's take a look at the person and what we can get from the person coming in. So pile number 1's person, please, spirit guides. Pile number 1's person. What are they like? What can you tell me about pile number 1's person that they're going to be in a relationship with? Well, we have the dollar signs, so money. They could be money focused, or they could just be very good with money. Their finances could be very good. They could also work, because I'm seeing like legally with like finances. They could be like a financial advisor or something like that. I'm seeing somebody working for like a tax company or something like that. I don't know, because I feel like I'm handling money, or I know money, or I'm good at making money, or money comes easily to me. Pile number 1. We have workaholic. Yeah, I feel like this person, they do feel like an earth sign too. So Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. I do see them being very kind of like business minded, or I'm not going to move until I feel like I've got something to move with, or I'm not going to invest. Short hair, so they could have short hair. Pile number one's person, please. And if you don't like one of the cards, it's okay. This is a general reading, so just take like what resonates. Or if you already know who, or you've got an idea of who this person could be, remember it's just general and you can take whatever works. But oh, we have a ring, so this could be someone you actually end up getting married to. Could be. We also have 10 plus years older, so this person could be quite significantly older than you. It could be that they're emotionally or energetically, they just act older. Could be that. But 10 plus years older, or you could be. But it could be a bit of an age gap. It doesn't have to be exactly 10. There could be an age gap too. But this could be somebody you end up marrying with the ring. We have talkative. I just feel though with you and this person, you're gonna have really good like synastry. Like I just see you and this person talking about I see you both. It's almost like you bring it out of each other. Like you may not be the most talkative person with other people, they may not, but together I feel like you have a lot to talk about. You just get each other. Like that's how this feels. Pile number one, what have we got? Blue eyes. Pile number one, we have glasses. They could wear glasses, whether it's just to drive or read, or they could just wear glasses in general. And then we have slow and steady, which is literally what I said. I see this taking its time. Sorry guys, sorry, I keep knocking it. Slow and steady, so that's what we have. And we also have this card at the back of the deck, friend of a friend. So you could meet this person through somebody else. Or through something, like I said, social media. It doesn't have to be through just another friend. It could be through work. Like you're meeting them through something, like through social media, through work, like something links you. Yeah. So pile one, that is what I have for you guys. I really hope that you enjoyed the reading. I hope you guys have a happy new year. If you're going out, please stay safe. And I will see you guys. I have another video, hopefully. Hopefully I'll be able to put that up before the new year. And yeah, if I don't see you then though, have a happy new year. I hope you guys have a great morning, afternoon, evening, whenever you're watching, and hopefully I'll see you guys in my next video. So thank you guys for watching. Hey pal 2, welcome to your reading. So we are taking a look at what is to come in love in 2024. You guys chose the swirly shell. I'm going to start with tarot, and I have a bunch of oracle cards to use for you guys as well. So let's get in. So pile number 2, please, spirit guides. I'm being called to lay the cards first and then channel through, so that's what I'm going to do. So pile number 2, please, spirit guides, tap me into the collective of my pile number 2s. I feel like you're my psychic pile. Very in tune with spirit, strong intuition. Pile number 2. Unrelated to love, if you've been feeling, because I see you're quite psychic, or I see like intuitive, you can see in front of you, or you can see timelines in front of you. If you haven't been seeing that right now, I'm literally being shown like a cap being put over the third eye and tweaking. So it's almost like I'm being shown grids and energies kind of tweaking about. Basically meaning I feel like there's an expansion kind of going on there, so you're kind of being shut down to be kind of like, you know, turned off to be turned back on with the new app updated, if that makes sense. Like you're literally being shut down to be restarted. So I feel like at the beginning of the new year, you may actually feel very in tune with spirit, because I'm actually being shown the Hermit card. I see you guys, it's almost like implementing energy, like it's almost being downloaded and I'm implementing that energy, and I see that kind of being a focus for the first, I want to say 3 months, so January, February, March. And it could be more than one chakra. It doesn't have to be a third eye. It could be a crown chakra, it could be your heart space. Part of me feels a little bit apathetic. I just feel a bit shut down, but it's because it's almost like I'm downloading. That's kind of how it feels. So love for my pile number 2s in 2024. What's to come? What's to come for my pile number 2s in 2024? Oh wow, 2 of Cups. Pile number 2 for 2024, love. We have Judgment. Pile number 2 for 2024. Pile number 2s for 2024. Queen of Wands. Okay, we have 2 cards that have popped out. So we have the 6 of Pentacles, but we've got another one that fell on the floor. So let me go get that one. We have the Devil. Interesting. Let me get a card. Okay. So straight off, Spirit's kind of referencing you guys. We have the 2 of Wands at the back of the deck, by the way. I do see somebody coming in this year. I do. Straight away, they're taking me to you, though, because they wanted me to describe something. So they're referencing that you're actually very sensitive, and you are sensitive to other people's energies. I feel like you are super hyper aware of a lot, too. I feel like I can see people and their depth, and I can see when people are acting out of a lower consciousness, higher consciousness, whether I can comprehend it sometimes or not. I see it. So I'm kind of like tuned in to a specific frequency. I do see somebody coming in this year. For you guys, though, with pile number 1, it was very like 1, 2, 3. With you guys, I'm not being taken to a season. I'm not being taken to a month. I'm not being taken to anything like that. I'm just being told, yes, somebody's coming in this year. When this person comes in, I want to... Okay, when you open up to love again, there is going to be a purge that happens within you. And this is where Spirit's coming through. It's almost like cautioning you to say that, how do I put this into words? Because I'm being shown like a trauma response of, if somebody does something I don't like, it's almost like I get inside my shell and I shut off really quickly. Or if I see something I don't like, I shut off really quickly. But what I'm not doing, or what I haven't seen, I'm hearing conflict resolution. Like, I'm not telling this person, hey, I didn't like when you did that, so I'm just shutting off, so they don't know that they've done something I don't like. And it's almost like in my head, it's almost like, oh, you've probably done that on purpose, or you weren't thinking of me, whereas they might not have thought about it. And it's like healthy communication. You need to come out of your shell and speak about something to let this person know that you don't like something, for them to move forward. So that's something that I'm being shown, because I see a connection coming in. I'm not being taken to like a month or anything like that. I'm just being shown somebody coming in. I see you feeling feelings, and there's parts of you that almost feel like you want to run or shut off because there's feelings being moved. But the way I'm being made to describe it is, because I feel like you've had connections in the past that have been very karmic, or you've had a lot of healing there, or they've been very triggering. And it's like, imagine your inner child now. This person comes in and they're giving to you, or they're holding space for you, or they're pouring into you, and your inner child's like, I've never seen this before. I don't understand this. This is making me uncomfortable. Should I run away? Should I hide? So your inner child has these emotions and puts them in your face and goes, hey, I'm feeling this. This is how I'm feeling. I don't know what to make of what, the space this person's holding for me, X, Y, and Z. Here it is. It's in my face. And then you're feeling it. And naturally, it's almost like, oh, I want to hide away, because that's what the inner child feels like it wants to do. But I'm being called for you guys to sit with the feeling. I feel uncomfortable. I feel like I'm really being seen, so I feel a bit exposed. I feel vulnerable. I don't know how to take this, that I'm being given love freely, or whatever it is that this person's doing. I don't know how to receive it, or it's uncomfortable. And you're being called to sit in the feeling, allow these feelings to come out, allow them to flow through, so that you can make space and teach your inner child, we respond to it like this. This is what we deserve. This is what we should have. So that's what I see at the beginning. It really depends with you when this is going to come in, because I feel like energetically there's going to be a moment where you're like, okay, I'm open. Whether you say it out loud, you come to terms of it, or just energetically or psychically, you're like, I know something's about to come in now. And that's why I'm not being taken to a specific month, but it is this year. Is it this year? Yeah, it's this year. It is this year. But it's almost like a switch is flicked. I'm so sorry if you came here for a time period. I'm not being shown one, because I don't think there is a time period. It's more like an energy you reach, that I see you reaching this year. If you've been clearing or purging, or again this kind of shut down to open back up, I feel like something may come in not long after you open back up, if that makes sense. Because I feel like you've jumped a paradigm, or you've shifted something, or you've switched something, or you've purged something, and that's where it comes in. So I do see you spending time with this person. I see you feeling very aligned with this person. I feel like this person's meant to come in. I see, like, I'm seeing two people laughing, so I feel like you're going to find this person really funny. I feel like this person feels more like a fire sign. Yeah, they feel like a fire sign, so Aries, Leo, Sag. They feel very like, I'm hearing let's get physical, so they could be like in the gym a lot, but they feel very, I'm going to tell you how I feel. I'm openly going to tell you how I feel. Let's go do this, let's go do that. Living in the now, not living for tomorrow, I'm living for the now. So I feel like they're bringing you into the present, because you like to think a lot. And I feel like they're teaching you that. But that's where, coming into the present, I see there's just uncomfortable feelings that I feel like you are going to have to really sit in. I feel like it's going to be a little bit intense for you. Not so much the relationship with the person, but I see you like kind of things being moved energetically within you. You opening up to parts of love. So because you're opening up to something, something's going to be pushed out that doesn't align with you anymore. And I do see a moment in time. Again, I'm not being taken to like a month or anything like that, but I'm seeing a moment in time where this person may do something, but I don't see them doing anything maliciously. It's almost like they might not think of you for something, or they may not, like for example, because I see it being something small, but it almost feels like a snowball. So this person could say, oh, I'll meet you at like 3 p.m. and you're like, okay, but then they don't show up for like an hour, and like that's not right. Like, okay, you know what I mean? Like you haven't told me, like I've been waiting around. But I see you maybe like struggling with maybe like speaking up, and then I see it kind of like grating on you, and I see you getting frustrated, and it's almost like snowballing. And I feel like this relationship that comes in, I feel like it's teaching you to really like use your voice and speak up for your needs and what you want. Because I see you almost kind of trying to, with the Devil card here, I see you almost trying to go into a cocoon and shut off. It's almost like I'm trying to look for a reason why this isn't a good person, but they're not really showing you that they're not a good person. But it's like I'm in my brain a lot. This is what I'm trying to say. I'm in my brain a lot, and it's almost like naturally I just want to shut off. But you're being pushed to speak up for yourself. You're being pushed to stand up for yourself. You're being pushed to say something or do something, and stand up for yourself in regards to something with this person. Because I feel like that's a lesson here with this person that comes in, because I see you getting on with them, I see you having fun with them, I see something progressing quite, not quickly, like negatively quickly, but I do see something progressing. But it's almost like I want to say something, but I've ended up biting my tongue. And this could also transpire into other situations, like a friendship that you have at the time, or like a family member at the time. Because it's almost like it's at the same time this wound's coming up, so it's mirroring in my reality. So there's connections around me where I feel like they've done something, but instead of standing up for myself, I haven't said anything, because there's almost like a trauma response of, if I put in this boundary or if I say something, they could leave. But it's almost like you're breaking that barrier. So something happens with more than one person, so it's almost like this person and like a friend, but neither of them are being malicious. I feel like they don't realize something, and that's why you're being called to take up space, throw your weight around, and kind of stand 10 toes down on something. And I feel like it's almost like a lesson that you learn, and I feel like that's what this person's coming in to teach you, because I feel like this person wants that from you. This person's very like very passionate, will stand up for what they believe in, will say what they feel. And I feel like you're very passionate, you do stand up for what you believe in, but there's a wound where it's like, if I see something that I don't like, I struggle to, because I'm sensitive to other people's feelings too, and I'm sensitive to making things uncomfortable, because I'll take on the feelings straight away. So if I say something, or maybe in the past you've been gaslighted out of standing up for your needs, so because you know your needs, you know them now. I see you going into this year knowing what you want and what you desire, but I see a situation with this person where and it's almost like a bridge you need to get over. It's like a blip at the beginning where it's like, you know what, this is what I want, and I'm just gonna say it. If they leave, they leave. Like, that's how I feel. I feel like if I say it, you're gonna leave, but what you're gonna see is when you say it, not only are you gonna feel empowered, but this person's like, oh my god, I didn't even know you felt like that, I'm so sorry, I didn't know that that was something that I was doing. Okay, this stops. And then it does. So it's almost like conflict resolution, and I feel like you learn that, because there's kind of like a wound of, I'm just gonna go back in my shell and hide, I'm just gonna go back in my shell and hide, but it's snowballed. It didn't begin like that. And I feel like that's something you learn with this situation, because I see this person popping out of nowhere. Like, I'm not actually being shown how you meet this person. I just want to say they pop out of nowhere. Like, you could go on a walk one day and meet this person. You could show up to the gym and this person's there. Like, and this is somebody fresh. This is someone new. This is someone you haven't met physically yet. This is someone, it just comes, the only way I can describe it, it just comes out of nowhere. And then you just start seeing them about, or they just show up on your social media. You know how when something comes into your awareness, you see it a lot? Like when there's like a singer, and then like you hear that song once, and then all of a sudden they're everywhere because it's coming to your awareness. That's how it comes in. It's almost like you see them once and then it's everywhere. Yeah, that's how it feels. But there's no avoiding this person. Like, I feel like something's being pushed, like you and this person being pushed towards each other, and there's a strong resonance with the Judgment card. A strong resonance, but I do feel like there are wounds that are going to come up in the beginning that you're going to be dealing with this year. They're being referenced here now, so you can be aware of them going into the new year, because it's like there's a lot of fun. I see a lot of outdoorsy stuff happening. I see going for food. I see, you know, whatever it is that this person likes to do outdoors, I see you joining them. Like, there's a lot of that. And I see you having fun. Like, that's the only way I can describe it. And it's like you're in the moment, but I feel like that's a lesson that comes up right at the beginning. Like, you've got to stand up for yourself, or stand up for something that you believe in, or put your foot down on something. Otherwise, it's almost like you're energetically like not, how do I put this into words? You need to say like a certain need to someone so they understand what it is you need, if that makes sense. Like, if you're what's it called? I've forgotten the word. Your deal breaker, that's it. If your deal breaker is something, you need to say that. You know what I mean? You need to say that. If your boundary is this, you need to say that. If this is a boundary that you have, or you don't like when someone does X, Y, and Z, you've got to say it. And I feel like that's what's coming up for you to break out of. And I see it happening not just in this relationship. I see it happening with a friend too, or a co-worker. You know what I mean? You could not be getting the right type of pay, or something could have like messed up, and it's like, oh, I want to leave, but it could have just been like a simple mistake, and then you speak about it, and then it's conflict resolution. That's what I see here. And I feel like this person's coming in to help you break free of something, because this may have been something that's happened before, where you haven't liked something, and then maybe it's like snowballed, and then you haven't put a boundary in, so then people keep not, like, almost like taking you for granted, or not respecting these boundaries, but you haven't vocalized them yet. So that's something that's coming up here. You're learning this year as well, because this year at its core is about you, with the Lion card here with the Queen of Wands, and it's about you kind of throwing your weight around, you taking up space, you using your voice, you saying, I'm here and this is what I deserve. You know what you deserve, but it's like, I'm going to stand 10 toes down and I'm going to say it. You know what I mean? And this person's almost coming into, because this person, I see them wanting you to be like that, and I see them rubbing off on you to be like that, but right at the beginning of the relationship there may be a little bit of a wobble. But I wish I could give you like a time period and all of that, but it's not coming through. Pile number one, they just gave it to me. This one, I'm not being given a time period, but I do see wounds coming up to the surface straight away. This may be the first relationship you've had after some time of healing. This could be your first relationship that you've had after some karmic connections. This could be just the first relationship you've had, you know, just that. But that's what you're learning with this person. I feel like they're teaching you that. Yeah. Let's pull some more cards. So pile number two. We are going to go into what they're like and everything now. I've got more oracle cards to pull. Oh, wait. Let's just try and get quickly, because I did it for pile number one. I want to do it for you guys. Could you tell me anything about how they meet? Could you tell me anything more about the dynamic of the relationship? Could you tell me... I feel like I'm being shown somebody putting their shoes on. It's almost like you're very connected to spirit, so sometimes you don't even think to push something into the physical because it's like, well, energetically, I know to do this for you, but some people, they need to be told. And I feel like you learn, like, I feel like you're kind of aware of that, but you're learning to do that. Some people need to physically be told, by the way, I like this or I don't like this. Whereas because you're you're more of like an energy person, you already see it within someone. Or you don't like this or you don't like that. You already see it. So you don't even need to have that conversation. But not everyone is going to look at life through the same view as you. And that's why I'm being shown somebody putting their shoes on, because it's almost like I'm rooting in, I'm grounding in. And I'm like, by the way, this is my boundary, or this is my need. And I see this person really encouraging that as well. But I see like warrior on it, but they're encouraging it. Like, why didn't you say this? Like, I won't do that. Like, I didn't know. Like, you know, and I feel people around you as well, because there's like a friend or something. And I see them encouraging it too. But there's almost like a wound there, maybe subconsciously, of being scared to speak up for yourself. Maybe you've been gaslighted in the past, or you spoke up for yourself in the past and somebody's left, and there's like an anxiety there. That's how it feels. It's an anxiety, and you're being called to stand in that uncomfortability to allow it to flow away. Because the behind the scenes you've done, the healing behind the scenes you've done of like, I didn't know my needs before, but now I know them. Which is why there may be some triggering going into the new year, because now that you know your needs and what you want and all of that, you're maybe able to see why some people aren't giving that back to you, whereas before you weren't aware of it. But that's where you put those shoes on and you root in, and you're like, this is the boundary. I don't like to do this, but I like to do this. It's okay to have needs. It's okay to speak your mind. It's okay to say if you're angry or frustrated about something, you know. Pile number 2, that's what you're working with this year. Oh, how do my pile, okay, we have the Prince of Wands. I see this person directly coming up to you to talk to you, directly coming to speak to you. If they see you on social media, straight away popping you up. Like, I see this person coming to you. Boom, I'm here. That's the vibe of this person. I think that's why they rub off on you, because they're very like, go get it. I'm in the physical. I want this. This is what I want. This is a boundary. This is what I like. This is what I don't like. Princess of Cups. One more card, please, Spirit Guides. How do they meet? Can you tell me anything else about this dynamic? You're the watery, intuitive, I can see deeply into you. I'm picking up Scorpio from some of you guys. But it could be that you're probably my water pile, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Like, you see deep, you move slower, and you're like intellectual, like in your brain. This person's like a doer, physically quite fiery, talkative. I feel something, I say it in the moment. Like, that's your person. You both have something really strong to teach each other. It's almost like what this person has, kind of, you know, when you what's it called, when you, I feel like this person goes to the gym, you know, when you lift muscles and you work on the muscle, it's like they've worked on the left arm, you've been working on the right arm. You're both teaching each other about the other arm now, if that makes sense. Like, what you have really grown and evolved in, this person may lack, and then what they have really grown and evolved in, you lack. And that's why you're teaching each other the other way. You know, it's like a crisscross. That's what's happening here. Pile number 2. Pile number 2. How do they meet? They're really not giving me how you meet, other than this person's coming to you straight away. Back of the deck, we have Death. See how the moon here, it's like half and a half. Interesting. Going into the new year, I see you wanting something different as well. Like, I feel like you know you're into perspective. You know that you're very intuitive, and it's almost like, what about something different? Let's try something different. I want to balance something else out. I want to activate something else. That's where that alignment is like, okay, this person comes in now. But only when you're ready to do that, or you're energetically like, okay, I'm going to do that. Because it's almost like an energy where you're like, okay, and then they come in. That's why I'm not given a time period, and I'm not being shown where, who, where, what, how. I'm literally just being shown this. You're not gonna be looking for any. I don't see you like, oh, I'm gonna go on a dating app or I'm gonna do X, Y, and Z. I just see this person coming to you, like gunning for you. You could go on a dating app and they're just like, yeah, you could be that, but I see it almost like physically, like because it's like you don't have time. It's not, I don't think it's going to happen over social media or anything like that, because then you're able to like think about it and ponder and I don't, like that's not happening, because this person's like, boom, I'm here, I like you, let's go on a date. Like they're going to be very like upfront, which I feel like is something you need. And I feel like because you're somebody that thinks and takes your time, this person needs that, because sometimes this person can be impulse. And that's where you're balancing each other out. That's what I see. So let's pull the oracle cards. So pile number... when the relationship starts, or when you start seeing each other, I see you following their wave a little bit. So doing things that they like. But then it's like, what about things that I like? And you could feel like, I'm always following your wave. I'm always going to your pace. And that's not even that natural pace for me. And then I see you kind of getting frustrated, and then it's like, I like to do this, I like to do that, and they're like, oh, okay, I didn't know, because I see them wanting to do something different. They're one of those people. So it's like, oh, okay, and then they start doing it at your pace, and they learn things that you like, and I feel like you're teaching, and then you meet in the middle, and then sometimes you do things that they like and go at their pace, and some things you do things that you like and go at your pace. And that's where you learn different things and learn to balance. That's what I'm being shown. Yeah, there's something about that, because naturally, energetically, in the middle, you're the same, but your little human avatars and what you're used to and your comfort zones are very, very different. And you like to do what you both like to do, if that makes sense. But that's where you've got to learn to jump out of the comfort zones, and you've got to learn to try out different things. Because I feel like what's being activating you, what's going to be activating within you over the next 5 years, that's why I'm being shown 5. It could be within 5 years, it could be exactly 5 years. You're learning to be a bit more impulsive, be more of a human being, and be more, let's just go do this, let's be physical, let's not think about it too much, like let's get outside. This person is learning to listen, to feel, like that's what they're listening to. And maybe they're working, because I see guys being quite connected to spirit, maybe they're working on the spiritual gifts, and that's something that needs to be activated within them, or reaching those depths, because they do have deep emotions and really taking place and moving slow. They've got to learn to do that. That's what you're teaching. So over the next 5 years, that's what they're progressing with. That's how you're both evolving. That's what this is, you know? So pile number 2, can you tell me about this relationship? So straight away we have release your ex, the time has come to clear your energy. That's the first card. Then we have chemistry. There's a strong magnetic connection here. One more card from this deck. Pile number 2 is 2024. Apologies if it started off like, guys, be careful, wounds will come out. Sorry if it went like that. It's just what came through straight away. Spirit were almost like, caution, remember. Like, so apologies if it started that way. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. Stay optimistic about your love life. That's what we have here. And the back of the deck we have past life relationship. You have known each other before. You're going to click with this person the minute you meet them, which is probably why I see like a lot of time spent. Again, I keep being shown laughter. Like I feel like this person's just going to make you laugh. You may make them laugh too. It's just, I see a lot of that. I see this person kind of nurturing your inner child. I see your inner child feeling quite safe, which is why your inner child's like, hang on a minute, I had this feeling, but this person's making me feel like this. Like, you mean I can be silly and childlike and I'm allowed to do that? What do you mean? And that's why these feelings are coming up, because your inner child's like, I'm allowed to come out and play, I'm allowed to feel these feelings, I'm allowed to have needs, you mean I'm allowed? Like, this person really hits the inner child in a good way, by the way. Like, it activates the inner child to feel safe. It's like, safety? Oh my god. And you're gonna be like, oh god, like I don't know. And that's where you're gonna process these feelings. They're really going to activate their inner child. Release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. So there may have been somebody for the past year or two, or maybe longer, that you've been thinking about or thinking to. I don't see you thinking, if you've been thinking about them and like, why did you do this? Why did you do that? I don't see that being a thing in 2024. It's gone. It's cleared. I feel like you needed to release something, or a hook that was tied to something, before this person came in. You're a very, like I said, I'm looking at you through an energy lens. You're not a 5 at a time type of person. You're a 1 at a time, and once this is gone, I'll bring the next one in. And I see that even like higher self. It's like, I'm not entertaining 3 people and liking 3 different people. There's no dilemma here. It's like, this is an energy I'm in, then we're jumping timelines. I'm going to be in this, I'm going to learn this, you know, energy, and then once it's cleared, I'm going to learn this. That's how it feels. So that somebody had to be cleared for this person to come in, and you've done it, because I don't even see them in your energy now. Maybe there a little bit, but it's just remnants. I don't see emotion or anything. Chemistry, like I said, you're clicking with this person straight away. I see you both like big kids, just really enjoying spending time. I see a lot of like similar TV shows and movies. There's a lot of funniness, there's a lot of teasing, you know, there's a lot of that. I feel like your person's a bit loud, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like they're either loud, or they're like just very, this is how I feel, by the way, I'm just gonna blurt it out. Like that's kind of how they feel. Or they're just one of those people where you know when they walk into a room, because they just have that presence. Could be a Leo rising, could be an Aries rising, Sagittarius rising. Stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. This person's out bringing you as well into the moment and having you look at things from a lighter perspective. Maybe for some time you've done healing and you've had to look at the negative. This person's coming in to help you switch your brain to the positive. That's what this person's coming in to do. And I feel like you've had lives with this person before, with the past life relationship deck. I feel like you have back of the deck. I feel like that's why you click straight away, because you've known this person before. You've had lifetimes with them, many lifetimes. I feel it's like soul family. This person's like soulmate, soul family vibes. That's how they feel. Pile number, and they may click with a family member. If you're close with a family member, this person may click with a family member, because I see it's almost like, and you may click with one of their family members and feel really comfortable with one of their family members really quickly, or more than one, because both of your families may blend very well, and it's because you've had lifetimes together, like the bunch of you. Because there's something about family and getting on really well with family members on both sides. Because I always see people saying about like in-laws and like, will the parents like me, blah blah blah. Like I've seen people want me to do readings like that, and I see like a lot of happiness and like, oh, I feel really comfortable with you. Like there's a lot of that, and I think this person may either have a big family, or they're just family orientated or close to certain family members. Sorry for the wind. Pile number 2 is love life 2024. A message from their higher selves. A message from pile number 2 is, oh, we have the Dove. This is a message from your higher self for love in 2024. You may not always understand why certain things happen. However, there is always a higher purpose to the events in your life. Through turmoil, a blessing will soon be revealed. Interesting. So like I said, I do see this person popping in, showing right up. I do see it. And I feel like there are intense emotions that are going to be purged. You're constantly someone doing that though. If you're feeling a bit ooh about it, just think, 2023, did you pass through difficult emotions? Did you randomly feel good one day and then randomly something came up that you had to work through? And are you okay now? Did you work through it? Are you even thinking about it now, or did it just pass through? Has something come to take its place? Think about the year before and the year before that, when you passed through heavy emotions and you passed through a trigger that came up. Did you work through it? Did you grow through it? Because I can see that you have energetically. You've jumped through many karmic lessons and grown and evolved. It's not going to... You're constantly doing that because you're so aware of things so deeply. When this person comes in, it's not going to be any different. There are going to be feelings that come up. There are going to be maybe wounds that come up. But you're being called to sit with them and feel them, so that they're coming up for you to release outdated views on love or fears that were so buried deep you needed somebody to come in to show you, hey, this is here. Because if you've never been loved in a certain way before, nobody's given to you in a certain way before, and it gets hit, you know what I mean, for the first time, it's like, oh God, I've never dealt with this before. But then we're able to feel it and let it go. And that's what this person's coming in to do. I feel like they're very healing for your inner child. That's how they feel. So let's get some song lyrics. So let's get song lyrics about, you know, the love situation for you in 2024. So pile number 2, pile number 2's relationship in 2024, pile number 2's love life in 2024. Can you give me some song lyrics? We have After the Storm is When the Flower Blooms, Claircognizance. And what's interesting is this flipped both ways. So it started with Marina. She was from Marina and the Diamonds, and the lyric is, need to purge the poison from our system until human beings listen, which is interesting. Like I was saying, like there's a purge that will come up. And then we have Tinashe, I just want some company. So I feel like there's going to be a moment where you're like, you know what, I'm ready. Or you know what, I'm open to love. I'm open. I'm showing you both sides because it flipped. It doesn't normally do that. And then Claircognizance, After the Storm is When the Flowers Bloom. I feel like this is the year where there's a lot more. I don't see you being as introspective and like, I see things being moved within you, but this person's coming in to bring you into a more lighter hearted energy. You might have been on your own for some time. Pile number, or with a spiral, you may have been healing for some time. Pile number 2. Pile number 2 is love life 2020. Oh. We have Madison Beer. I'm seeing you everywhere I go. I don't dream of anyone else. That's her song, Sweet Relief. She basically sings about there's a crush and she's thinking of them and she's seeing them a lot, and it's like, ooh, like I said, this person's gonna pop up somewhere and then you're gonna be hyper aware of them, like they're gonna be around a lot. Or you could start going to a spot where you go running or go for a walk or something like that, and they're there, and then you bump into them again and again. So it's something like that, because I'm thinking of, I'm seeing you everywhere I go. It's interesting. One more card from this deck. 2024 love life of my pile number 2's 2024 love life of my pile number 2's. We have, well, it flipped again, so we have the John Travolta and Olivia Newton-John, You're the One That I Want, from the Grace movie, and then this flipped as well. We have Ain't Got No Tears Left to Cry, Ariana Grande. Yeah, so I see a lot of lighter heartedness, you know, a lot of that. And then the back of the deck, we have Jhené Aiko. Look at how far you've come. Look at all that you have going. Look at who you have become. I think you've done tremendous work on yourself over the last couple of years. I feel like you've really grown and evolved. Just for your inner child to be like, oh, I'm feeling these feelings. Oh, this is what I'm being given. Oh, let's release these outdated feelings. I mean, that shows a lot, you know, what you've become open to, and the fact that deep in the subconscious these feelings may come up for you. I think that you've really grown a lot, you know, as a person. Pile number 2. So now we're going to take a look at what your person may be like traits and stuff. And again, you don't have to take all of them as literally, because some of them are very like to the point, like brown hair, you know. So pile number 2, please. Pile number 2's person that comes in. Apologies, I can't get you a month thought. It's an energy for you guys. It's not, and I don't think you look at life like April, May, June. I don't think you look at life like that. I see you guys looking at things from a higher perspective than that. Pile number 2. What is pile number 2's person going to be like? Can you show me their personality traits, please, spirit guides? We got money that popped out straight away. That came up for pile number 1 as well. This person could have a lot of money or be very good with money. They could also work with money. We have talkative. I do feel like they're a little bit of a chatterbox. I'm not gonna lie. I do feel like they've got a lot to say. I feel like they say what's on their mind a lot. Pile number, we have sensitive. I feel like this person may wear the heart on their sleeve. Definitely. Like, there are deep emotions, but I feel like sometimes they might not explore them to the extent that you normally do. Just because I feel like they're very like, I'm in the physical, like, you know, I'm very focused on the physical. If I feel something, I'm just going to do it. I'm not like exploring it too deeply. It's like, I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to go with the feeling. Pile. I feel like they're quite romantic, to be honest with you. We have curly hair. What just dropped? We have 10 plus years older, so you could meet them within that, you know, time frame. Meaning they could be 10 years older, like your senior, or a little bit older. That time frame, that's what I meant. With 10 years older. They don't have to be long hair. So we've got long hair and curly hair. 2 more cards, please, spirit guides. We've got psychic. So this person could have psychic abilities. They could be a little bit open to it, or they could just be dormant, and you could bring that out of them, because I know you are super psychic, but you could have like psychic visions of this person. When you meet this person, there could be a lot of serendipitous moments. There could be like a proper psychic link here, and I feel like you may trigger or activate that within them, or you teach them to help that grow, because I do feel that they are similar to you in that way. We have green eyes here as well, and the back of the deck was quality time. So you're going to spend a lot of, I do see you spending a lot of time together, to be honest with you. I see this person, like, they like to be around you. They like to be around people. I feel like they're people persons. That's what I'm picking up. But yeah, pile number 2, that is what I have for you guys. I really hope that you enjoyed your reading. Hit the thumbs up and comment down below if you did. Sending you guys all of my love. I hope you have a beautiful morning, afternoon, evening, whenever you're watching, and hopefully I'll see you guys in my next video. So thank you guys for watching. Pile 3, welcome to your reading. So we are taking a look at what's to come in love in 2024. So you guys chose the pointy, swirly, spirally shell. I'm gonna start with tarot, and we have a bunch of oracle cards to get through, so I'm gonna get straight in and let's see. So pile number 3, please, spirit guides. Pile number 3, 2024. Apologies if I say 2023. I can see myself already getting mixed up between pile 3, 2024, 3, you know what I mean. So pile 3, spirit guides, tap me into the collective of my pile number 3s. Pile number 3s, what is to come in love in 2024 for my pile 3s? What is to come in love? What is to come in love? What is to come in love for my pile number 3s in 2024? What is to come in love? You have death. You may go on a bit of a spiritual awakening this year, like an actual journey spiritually. That's just something that I'm seeing straight away. Because even getting into your energy, I'm being tailored into a frequency, which is taking me a minute. That's what I'm seeing. 2020. Pile number 3, 2024. If I go silent, just bear with a second, because I'm just being taken into a frequency. Pile number 3, 2024. Queen of Wands. Funny, that's come up as the 3rd card for every pile so far. Pile number... fallen. What have we got? Okay, we have the Tower and the 9 of Swords that have fallen. All right, straight away, I'm not gonna lie, for you guys, I do feel like it's gonna be a little bit more of a solo year, just because I feel like you're intuitively for, it's like I'm I'm being shown the Fool card in tarot, and I'm following a frequency, or I'm aligning with a frequency. So it's almost like I'm going on a journey to get me somewhere, which is going to get you to someone that you end up being in a relationship with. But I want to really express, it's not about getting you to the person. It's a journey that you're going on, and it's just that they come at a specific point. I feel like you know this, but I just want to, you know, put it through that life is our own individual journeys. And I feel like there's something that you're intuitively following that's a lot greater or deeper than just like a relationship. And I see you being very focused on that, or following that, or there's shifts that come in as a result, and then this person comes in later, because it was never really about the, you know, that person coming in. It was something that you're aligning with, something to do with you. So you could have also been trying to align or manifest something in, or align with a certain paradigm. This is the year where a lot of shifts come in. You might even be from that pile in the general predictions that I put up on Wednesday. I don't know when this is going to go up yet, Thursday or Friday, I'm not sure, but you may be from that pile where I was talking about somebody going through maybe like an ego death, or somebody going through an awakening, or somebody going through loads of shifts because they're aligning with something that they'd manifested beforehand. That's what's happening for you guys this year. The reason I don't see somebody coming in is because I don't see a lot of solid ground for a lot of the year. I see shifts. I see you maybe letting go of old jobs. I see you letting go of old people, you know, old friends. We have the Three of Cups at the back of the deck, by the way. I see you letting go. It's like you're being taken off, your feet are coming off the concrete, and you're focused on something's being put in front of you that you can focus on, or something that it's like Alice in Wonderland, like I'm following the right rabbit, while the world around me is going in a spiral. That's literally what I'm being shown. And it's all shifting, and it's all growing, and it's all going kind of like in a spiral while I'm focused on something. And for a lot of you guys, I do feel because of that timeline jump, or you've tried to manifest something in, energetically there's a lot of shifts, and that's why I felt the psychic, and I thought, oh, spiritual awakening, because you may go through an ego death, or you may go through some psychic like your psychic abilities may strengthen. That's what I feel. Your connection to spirit is going to be super, super strong this year, but I just don't see a lot physically showing up and coming as a result, like of like when I say as a result of manifestations, I mean I see you working towards some things that then go concrete, but it's like you've got the paste in your hands first, and the brick, you know. It's like, let's just say the relationship is the light bulbs that are going into the house, and their huge financial abundance being the couches and the dog that you put in the house. You're not going to go put the couches and try and get the light bulbs in when there's nothing there yet. This year, it's like you've got the brick in the hand and the paste. So I see you building something, but it feels internally. Or laying the groundwork to something, because we have the Four of Wands. Where I see you at energetically in this year, you've let go of an old paradigm. You have ended a cycle. So you could have stepped away from a relationship. You could have stepped away from a certain energy. It's gone. So there's no one from the past lingering about, because that's gone. You may think of them sometimes if you're purging something, but I don't even, you know, that could happen. You could be clearing something, but it's not so much that. That's gone. But the same way that that's gone to the left of you, the past, the future hasn't solidified yet. You're in this egg. You're in this cocoon. And that's what I see for a lot of the year. It's like I'm prepping. I'm meal prepping. And that's where it's a bit of a solo journey, because I feel like you're learning about yourself and maybe what you would like, or how would I like to paint the walls? How would I like this? Like, what's the blueprint? You know what I mean? Or you could hit like a stop in the road, and it's like, actually, we can't build this second living room on the right. We've got to build it on the left because the pipes are here. So maybe we should put the bathroom there. So it's like a rearranging. Like, that's what I see. But before this and before the shift that would have taken place, there's something you would have manifested, or something you would have let go of. Sorry guys, that was Jasper. I think that was my cat Jasper. There's something that you would have let go of. So that's why I'm being shown the Tower card and then falling, because it's like we're letting go of something. And again, with the Nine of Swords, you could be purging and literally physically releasing something. Whenever I see the shell, it always reminds me of with the white at the top. The white is the color of the you know, the higher chakras, the purple going into the white at the top. So I see you guys downloading a lot. Could be an ego death, a clearing, but it's to bring in something. And that's where I see maybe the other year, that's where it's like, okay, we've got the house sorted, now we can put the light bulbs in, now we can get the dog, you know, now we can do all of that. but it would have been stupid to have done that before because we didn't have a layout, if that makes sense. So I'm not gonna lie, pile number 3, I do see this year being more of a solo journey. I see a lot being awoken within you. I see a lot of growth happening within you. I'm being shown somebody thinking on their feet, so having to jump towards something. So you may take a couple leaps of faith. You could start something because there's a focus that spirit wants you to be on. It's not even spirit, it's your higher self. It's like it was always going to go this way. I'm building this first. I need to build this step. So it's like there's something that you already probably have in your brain, or it may come at the beginning of the year of like, I need to build this or create this. This is something that I want to build. It could be a business. It could be reaching something financially. It could be anything, but that's what I see you doing this year. That's what I see you reaching. That's what I see you stepping towards and being super, super focused on. Pile number 3s. That's what I was trying to say. Is there anything else you can tell me, spirit guides, from my pile number 3s? Because I'll try and get as much as I can, and I will kind of do it then, like, you know, when you do like relationship videos, I'll see who's to come after that, you know, and pull cards. Just, I'm still going to do the same layout as everybody else to make it fair. So pile number, I just feel like it's a very spiritual year. I see you very aligned with spirit. I see you growing, putting your head into something, letting go of something. Because even with the Tower card, there's like lightning striking from the higher space. So it's like we're getting downloads. You've achieved something here. There's something to celebrate. Because you seem really happy. There's like an internal, emotional, inner peace and happiness that I see you reaching this year. Do I see moments of purging and clearing from the past? Yes. We've always got to do that when we're jumping from one timeline to the next. But a manifestation is being answered. Or that alignment you were jumping towards is in progress. The shift is just taking place. But I see you feeling very aligned. Like, I see you feeling very connected to your higher self. Very aligned. My heart feels really good. Like, I feel really good about life. Like, I feel excited. That's how I feel. There's a lot of light here. Pile number 2. Can you tell me anything else? Can you tell me anything else, spirit guides? Oh, what have we got? We've got the 5 of Pentacles and the 3 of Swords. So I see you're stepping away from it. Okay, something could have even triggered the shift already, maybe even currently. I see you stepping away from a time period where you had less for something, or you settled for something. It's almost like, I don't want this anymore. I don't want to keep going down this path. I want to jump a paradigm. I want to manifest in this, or my relationships are never giving me this back, or I'm always hurt, or this wound is being triggered. And I see you flicking that. It's almost like that's not what I want anymore. So that's where that purge is coming in. I want something different, which would have created this with the Phoenix here and death at the beginning of the reading, this transformation. Because that's where they're saying it's coming from. But I feel like that could have already been and gone. Like, that's an energy you're either in now or you already passed through. So it's like, I want something different. Because I keep hearing no more. Like, I'm not doing that anymore. So it could have been a connection that, yeah, see 5 of Cups. It could have been a connection that caused that. It's like, I know what I can have with this 5 of Cups. And the, you know, the butterfly kind of rainbows. Is like, I know what I can have, so that's what I'm going to go and do. It's like, I'm jumping over that bridge. I'm jumping towards something different. And then we have the Knight of Wands here. So it's like, I've got an idea or something that I want in my head, and I'm going to make it happen. And then I'm rushing towards that, because the Knight of Wands is like, I've got all these ideas. I know what I want this, I want that. And then the universe is like, oh, okay, this is what we're doing. This is where we're in alignment with. Well, let's make your reality mirror that then. And that's where that shift comes in, because it's like, well, let's get them off that timeline because they don't want that anymore. Pop them in the egg. Okay, well, let's clear that out. And while this is clearing out, you know, we won't let them out of the egg yet. They're going to be in this egg and they're going to be focusing on this. And then energetically around that egg, I see movements and timelines. And then it's like, when they're ready, they'll hatch. And then they'll be where they were trying to be. And that's manifestation for you. But in the physical realm, like I always say, in the 3D, things move slower. You know, with spirit, you think of someone, they're there. It's an energetic process. It's like, boom. But the lower the realms you go, it's slower. When we think of someone, you got to call them, they got to get in the car, and there's traffic, and it takes a while. The 3D is slower, you know? It takes its time. So that's what's happening. That shift is happening for you guys this year. One more card, because I just want to balance them out. Yeah, because even, see, 10 of Cups, moving towards emotional fulfillment. But we're purging it out first. And the Knight of Wands, you've got the Phoenix here on the wand as well. Just like the Phoenix was here with the Death card. I want different. I want different. And that's why I felt you feeling excited. I saw the Fool card. I see you feeling excitement. I see you getting excited for new. I want fresh. I want more. The Eight of Swords was at the back of the deck. It's like, I don't want to feel stuck in this anymore. I'm constantly having disappointment when I know I can have more. At first, I was settling for it. Then it started to trigger me because I knew I deserved better. Then I was disappointed with what I was getting because I know I could have this. So I started to make the change. Those shifts come in. We have the Phoenix card. And then we move towards the 10 of Cups. So that's where then someone comes in when you're looking at it differently because you've grown and evolved and it's something different. But there's a version of you it's like you're meeting versions of yourself. You're growing and evolving this year. I see you going on a bit of a journey, whether it's building something new, moving somewhere, changing what you want. I see like an overhaul. I see a shift. Again, it could be a spiritual awakening or an ego death. But that's what brings somebody in then, which I do feel is more the other year. I'm not going to lie. The next year after that. But this year feels exciting. It's new. It's fresh. I feel like, who moves like this? Who moves like the Fool? Who moves like that? Who's like a let's go do something fun? Like, who moves that way? Moana does that. She comes up a lot in the readings. You're gonna be kind of like a Moana this year. You're gonna be kind of like a Mulan this year. You're gonna be kind of like I don't know. Mulan had a lot of anxiety. I don't think it would be Mulan. Like that was kind of like scary conditions for her. Maybe not Mulan. You're moving like Anna finding Elsa, but Elsa's who you're bringing home and you kind of grown and evolving with. I hope that makes sense. You're moving like Moana to get the heart of Tafiti. You're moving like Alan from The Hangover when he just wanted a good night with his best pals. That's how you're moving. Do you know what I mean? It's like a new adventure. Like, this is what I'm doing. Pile number 3. The whole point of this is you moving on your own this year, because I feel like it's like, oh, you're not going to do that with me? I'll do it myself. Oh, you're not going to come with me on the journey? I'm going to do it myself. Like, I'm going to get this for myself. Like, I'm going to... It's about you aligning with something. It's about you getting to know yourself deeper. It's like, what do I really want? What can I do? How can I push myself to that limit? Let's take a leap. Like, listening to your own intuition. It's about that. If anyone was around you, they take you away from that, you know? And that's what's kind of growing and coming. Yeah, we have release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. So it could be somebody from the past that triggered this. We have make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. That's where I see you really pouring into yourself. What do I like? What do I deserve? I see you really enjoying getting to know yourself, and then of course retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. I see you getting to know yourself. It's like the song Billie Eilish sang, In My Future. I'm in love with my future and you don't know her. And she's like, oh, what's the lyric? She sings about like, everybody says that I'm only going to be like happy if I have someone, but aren't I someone? Like, she sings like a lyric, something like that. But it's like, I'm someone. How am I going to be lonely when I have myself? Like, what do you mean? And we have deception at the back of the deck. Someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship. Someone triggered this in you. Or something happened one too many times and it was like, I don't want the same type of person or same energy in a different person coming in. I want different. That's what causes this. Somebody brings that to you. Like, I want something different. I realize the pattern. Because it's not in your energy right now. You've already jumped away from the pattern. It's like, I don't want it. Pile number 3. Message from pile number 3's higher self. For love in 2024. What do we have? We have this card. Look deep within your heart and you will feel my love. My love for you is as deep as the ocean. I feel like this year you're opening up your heart space not only to what you deserve, but I see you looking at life differently. I see you looking at what you can have. I see you getting excited about what you can have. I see you learning about yourself. I see you pouring into yourself. And I see that's what's bringing you energetically closer, because it's like, I didn't even know I liked this. I didn't even know I liked that. I didn't even know that I didn't like this. And I see you then, it's almost like energetically molding yourself, or taking a cloak off something that was hidden, that energetically brings someone very like you, or that has those same mirrored energies back to you. And that's where somebody then comes in for you, you know? That's what energetically brings that in, because we're all energy. Even though we're in these physical bodies, we're all energy. We're all a frequency. And I see you getting to know parts of you and then taking band-aids off and cloaks off and being like, I love this part of me. Why haven't I been shining it out? Oh wait, I love when I would love this in a relationship. I didn't even know I would have until I self-reflected or dug deep. I didn't know this, or I didn't know I had this fear. Let me purge that. And it's like you're rearranging. This year is rearranging. Like I said, you're building that house. Oh, we can't build a living room there because the electric wires have to go here, 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 and here. Let's move it to the left. You're rearranging. And that's where you know, I see you being in a bit of a hermit process. Pile number 3. Song lyrics for my pile number 3s. They just exploded in my hands. Song lyrics for my pile number 3s. 2023. I'm going to pull those cards as like your next relationship, just because I pulled them for the others and it's not fair if I don't pull them for you. So we'll just tap into the person you're aligning with, and what, actually, let's do it with these cards too. Let's tap into, with these cards, the person you're aligning with, because I know that's kind of what you came for in the reading. So the person that pile number 3 is aligning with, what can you give me? Some song lyrics. What's the relationship going to be like? What have they got to look forward to? What is the, I don't know. We have Janae Aiko, if everything is dipped in gold, then baby, it will never grow. I'll channel them now. I just want to put them down. Pile number, what have we got? We have Dua Lipa, Watch Me Dance the Night Away. Pile number 3. Oh, it just jumped up on me. I Want to Be Loved by You, Marilyn Monroe. One more card for my pile number 3 is Love Life 2024. Janae Aiko and Brandy. I'm Not a Cover Girl, From Another Underworld. Analog, Not Digital, Invisible, a Spiritual, and lots of Janae Aiko here. We've got her song Ascension and her song Stay Ready. We have both of them here. So again, she's a Pisces queen, very spiritual. That's her song. So again, very focused on the spiritual connection this year. That's where it's mainly being taken to. I do feel the person you align with in a relationship next may be very deep emotionally, if not spiritual themselves, like connected to spirit, psychic themselves. They may be. And that's maybe a frequency you're both aligning with and drawing into each other. With Watch Me Dance the Night Away, I feel like this year is about you. This year is about you. Like I see someone climbing up a rope and ringing a bell. Like that's what this year is about. It's about you. You've turned a leaf, I'm being told. You're bringing something to you. You're growing, you're evolving, you're saying no to something that you knew wasn't for you. Or knew that you deserved more. You jump up, you stepped away from a karmic time period. This is about you. You know how Barbie's like, this is Barbie's dream house, this isn't Ken's dream house, like, you know, this is Barbie's house, it's not for you. Like that's what this year's about. I feel like it's you going on a journey, you loving yourself and loving life and finding yourself. It's not loving yourself, it's finding yourself. Finding yourself on a deeper level. That's what I see this year being for you guys. And with I Want to Be Loved by You, I feel like you're getting in touch with parts of you in love in a relationship that you've never tapped into before. Maybe in the past you looked at it through the eyes of, maybe I've got to fix you, or I have a particular type of love, but it just, like, idea of love, but it just goes around in spirals. But I'm realizing that it might have been like a trauma response or a trigger, because that's what you let go of. So it's like you're learning, like, oh, I love this and I would love that, and maybe you're opening up to being romantic and, you know, love and all of that. It's all protruding out of you. That's what I see. Like, you're getting to know yourself at your core, which is really, really beautiful. Really, really beautiful. And then we have Sabrina Carpenter's song at the back of the deck. I hope we never change. I hope we stay the same, which is her song Honeymoon Fades, which is like a really, really cute song about being in a honeymoon period with somebody. I see you falling in love with yourself this year. I see you activating parts of yourself this year, which then brings in somebody. Now with these cards, we're going to take a look at the next relationship that you have, the person that you're bringing in after this year. Could even meet them at the end of the year and then it turns into a relationship next year. Could be that. But let's see what they're going to be like. So the personality traits, because this could, looking at their personality traits and what comes out, it could mirror to you or show you things that may activate within you this year. You know what I mean? So pile number 3's next relationship. What is that person going to be like? The person that my pile number 3's are going to be aligning with. We have friend of a friend, so you could meet them through somebody. They fell on the floor. There's too many of them, so I'm just going to pop them back and shuffle again because there's a bunch of them. Jasper's just staring at me like, girl, you okay? I love that boy. Pile number 3. What is pile number 3's next partner that they're aligning with going to be like? What can you tell me? We have straight hair. Oh. Talkative. So they could be a chatterbox. Pile number, oh, dropped it again. Yeah, Jasper is judging my shuffling today. We have slim. Oh my god, your cards are just leaping. Do you want to know why I think they're leaping and jumping and exploding? Nothing's been set yet. So it's like all up in the air. We have travel, so you could meet them traveling. We have smile, so they could have a really nice smile, really nice teeth, a really nice mouth area. We have deep. Yeah, I do feel like they're deep in some ways connected to spirit or have like really deep emotions. That's one thing that I will say I feel. And that's why maybe you're learning yourself on a deeper level too. Or you could both be doing that right now and you could have that in common. Leader of the pack, so they could be somebody that's like a boss or a CEO or just somebody that usually takes the lead. It could be like a cardinal sign, so Cancer, Aries, Libra, Capricorn. We have work, so you could meet them through work, or they could just be a bit of a workaholic as well. We have 1 year apart, so you could be very close in age, or it could be that you meet them within a year, like this time next year you meet them, like it could be that. Athletic, so they could work out a lot. And one more, we have divine feminine, so they could have those energies very activated within them. And the back of the deck, we have muscles, so they could work at the gym or really train their muscles like that. So pile number 3, that's what I have for you. I know you clicked on this for like a love reading, and apologies if it, you know, disappoints, but I have to just read what comes through. I see this year being very exciting for you. I see a lot of shifts. I see a really fresh new energy. The only way I can describe this next year for you, it feels like the Fool. Could be going through a personal year number 1. Could be also going through a personal year number 9, because there's also a lot of endings and you letting go of things as well. In regards to numerology, I'll have the video linked if you haven't watched it, my numerology video. But yeah, I really hope that you enjoyed the reading regardless. Hit the thumbs up and comment down below if you did. If you're going out for New Year's, please be safe, take care, enjoy yourselves, and hopefully I'll see you guys in my next video. So thank you guys for watching. Hey powerful, welcome to your reading. So we are taking a look at what is to come in love in 2024. So you guys chose the limpet pile, the limpet shell. I'm going to start with tarot and then we're going to move on to your oracle cards. So let's get in. So pile number 4, please spirit guides, the limpet shell pile. Pile number 4, please spirit guides, pile number 4. What is to come in love for my pile number 4s this year? What is to come in love? I'm not gonna lie, I feel like there may be, because I see you dating and then I see like 2 pathways, meaning there could be 2 people that you get to know, which you then, you know, will step towards a certain person. I'm gonna just lay the cards and let it roll, because it could be for some of you guys that you start seeing someone and then you're like, I don't know about this, but you deciding against that as you meet somebody else. Or it could be that you just start talking to somebody and then somebody from your past tries to pop up. But I'm just gonna let the cards lay and see how it goes. And there's a lot of you watching, so it could be, you know, different for all of you. Pile number 4. Pile number 4, please. What's to come for my pile number 4's love life this year? 10 of Pentacles. What's to come for my pile number 4's love life this year? 8 of Swords. What's to come for my pile number 4's love life? Do you know what's so interesting? I would say to be cautious of any exes that try and pop up or anything like that. I'm literally being shown that, I don't know how it's going to correlate yet, but I'm being shown the scene from Shrek where Shrek tries to, he takes a potion, so he looks different, and then, oh, what's his name? Blonde guy. Really don't like him. What's his name? Prince Charming. He then pretends that he's Shrek so he can try and be king, but he's like manipulative and he tries to tell Fiona that he's Shrek when he's not. So I feel like there could be somebody that tries to come around you, that it could either be like an ex saying that they've changed, or it could be somebody that is in, like, jumping into a particular energy, like for you, but it's almost like they're not, they feel very like jumpy. They feel very, I'm saying one thing and I'm doing the other. And the fact that you chose the limpet shell, the limpet sticks to the rock. So think of it like we're really rooted in and we're present and we're looking. Because I feel like really looking, you can see that this person isn't what they're saying that they are. Whereas this other person's coming and they're very true, you know? But this could be somebody from the past too, or they could just have an energy of somebody from the past. If it's not somebody from the past popping up telling you they've changed, it's somebody that acts like somebody from the past. So be wary of someone that may try and pop in. Pile number 4, love life for 2024. 2 of Swords. And then we have the World. Interesting. Okay. Back of the deck, we have the 5 of Cups. Right, I'm not going to lie. I do see some sort of situation, and I don't see it going too far, where somebody's going to come around you, but it's almost like false. It's like, I see a situation where you may get, I can't lie, like this, it's how it's coming through. It's almost like my hopes are up, or I'm like, naturally as I would be skeptical, so I start moving, but I take, because you're like the limpet, so you're not letting anything fool you. And I see something coming in, like, it's not like I'm coming in and I'm trying to fool you. It's like I like you, but I don't know what I want, and I'm kind of wishy-washy, and I'm kind of like saying one thing and doing another, and I'm mirroring somebody that you've dealt with before, or I am that same person, but I'm telling you that I've changed, but like physically. And I see, because with the limpet, like, you don't budge, like limpets don't budge. So it's almost like I'm not coming off this rock until I feel something stable. And I see this person like kind of jumping around you, and it's like, I'm talking to you, I'm liking the idea, but there's something that happens where I just see you kind of like, you're saying all these things, but I actually haven't seen anything physically. Or like, I'm gonna have this conversation and see what they do, or I'm gonna set this boundary and see what they do. And this, I don't see you like emotionally developing anything, because like I say with limpets, the tide has got to come in for the limpets to come off the rock and actually go back into the sea. You're stuck on that rock, you're not getting into the sea, so you're not emotionally investing because there's nothing there to invest in. So I see you really looking at this person like, I don't think you're what you're saying you are. But I do see you either meeting this person or going on a date with this person, and this person's like talk, and they're talking a big game. But when you really look at it, I see you going, this person reminds me of that person. And I see you being very aware of that. And it's like, I'm not getting stuck and caught up in that old cycle. So then it's almost like I'm seeing through it. But like right at the beginning, you might not see through it. There's something that happens or something that just clicks in your brain and you're like, And I see that moving, like, that's where I'm being shown, like, imagine like fast food and there's like burgers going down one of those like things that move. I'm seeing something just being shoved off to clear, because it's like they didn't go round, like they stood their ground. So then it's like something else comes in, then the chicken sandwich or whatever it is you have from, you know, KFC or not McDonald's, but you know, Burger King or whatever the places are. It's like I see you guys being like, no. And then I see that shift, and that's why that other person then is coming in. But this is being shown up straight away, because this may come in the first quarter of the year, I feel. I don't see you getting upset either. It's almost like, like, it's something, yeah, that's how I feel. You're kind of like, I just aced that, or like, I caught that really quickly. And I feel like it's going to make you feel like, see, if somebody isn't, acting with the best intentions, I can trust myself, because I just stopped that from happening. Because I see you being spot on, like I want to click my fingers, like you catch something really quickly. Or somebody tries to come back and they may be able to get a conversation out of you in like a different way of like, can I ask you about this, or can I ask you about that? So it doesn't start off that way, and they try to be like, I've changed in X, Y, and Z, but then you're like, I'm not seeing anything. You catch something really quickly. And then I feel very impressed with myself. So that's something that happens straight away. So the relationship then, what relationship are they going to be in this year? 2020. This is why I was being shown the 2 timelines and the 2 wands. That with energies, there's always a possibility that you could have gone through that timeline. So be aware, because I feel like there's a possibility that you could be involved with someone that reminds you of an ex. Says a lot, but I'm the only way I want to describe it, I'm saying a lot, I'm not making any movements. That's an opportunity where you could end up going around in a cycle like that, but I see the majority of you shutting that off. I deserve better, I want better, bigger, I deserve bigger, better, this isn't what I want. And that's where the other one then comes into alignment. But if you were to entertain that, you just keep going around in circles until you're like and open to the next, if that makes sense. I don't want to say it's like a test, but it's like energetically, when we've gone in a pattern for so long, even when we clear it, it's like, just because we have boundaries doesn't mean that takers aren't going to still try their luck, but because we have boundaries we can stop it, you know. The taker's always going to still come and try and take, you know what I mean? Just because we've learned to have boundaries, they don't know that. That's why we enforce them, and they skedaddle, they run away, you know, and the right one comes in. That's what it is. I don't see it so much a test, rather than this is something like before, have we learned that's how it feels. So beyond that, 2020 for love life for my pile number, because it's like 2 timelines. So I'm gonna pull 3 actually here. 1, 2, 3 for the other timeline. Pile number 4, love life 2024. Ace of Wands. Pile number 4 is love life 2024. Ten of Cups. Pile number 4 is love life 2024. Prince of Swords. Back of the deck with the Ace of Swords. Okay, so this other person coming in, I'm picking up air signs from this other person coming in. To be honest with you, I'm actually picking up air signs from both. I'm picking air signs up here and air signs down here. I feel like both people may have a lot of Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. I feel like you'd get on with both of these people the same. I feel like you'd click with both of them the same. The difference here is the follow through. This person's going to follow through. They almost feel like an energetically revamped or grown version of the past person, and you may have dealt with the same type of energy but in different human beings, where it's like, I get on with you and I click with you and I resonate with you, but then you're not taking that leap, or you're not jumping, or you're not being courageous, or you're beating around the bush and you're not doing as you say. You're just speaking a whole lot. Whereas this person, it's almost like if the other one would have. That's how it feels. It's like this person does as well as says. If anything, they do and say at the same time. Like, that's how it feels. So then someone's going to come in then where it's like, I'm doing a whole lot. And that's how you're going to know. Because it's like, I'm not going to lie, I feel like this person, I feel like things may progress quite quickly. Like, you're around this person a lot. You go on dates quite quickly. They're doing what they're not just saying, they're doing, if that makes sense. But I do still see a lot of air around them. I feel like you and this person will click a lot. You'll have a lot in common. You'll have a lot to talk about. I see a lot of texts, a lot of calls. You both have a lot to say to each other. There's a lot of that. That's where this person comes in. I'm being shown the letter V and the letter A. So V and A, maybe initials for someone. I don't know. And I see a lot, my ideas are bouncing off this person. Like, this person's coming and I'm bouncing ideas. Let's go do this. And then the next week you've just booked to go across country somewhere. Like, you just randomly chosen to do it. Or, I love to do this. Wait, I love to do that. Like, I see a lot in common. I love this type of music. I love this type of music. Like, there's a lot of that. It's almost like, oh, me too. I love to do this. I love to do that. A lot in common with this person. I'm also picking up Pisces energy from this person. Now, it could be that you meet this person in Pisces season, because I'm being shown the Pisces symbol. This person's very connected to their emotions for sure. Maybe you're aware this person's coming in beforehand. You could be, have like a psychic connection there. You click with this person in more ways than one, I feel. And I feel like you really bloom around this person that comes in, this one. You see the other one, you don't. It's almost like I'm staying in my shell, or I'm staying in my bud. I'm not blooming. This person, you bloom, and that's how you know. And I see you very open and up, very vulnerably to this person. Like, okay, I'm blooming with this person, so I'm just gonna progress here. I see you jumping wholeheartedly into it. You know what I mean? Not like fast paced, I'm rushing in. Not like that. It's almost like I feel like I can grow here. I feel like I can be myself. I feel like I've got room to, like, not spread my legs, but you know what I mean? Like, I've got room to stretch, and in this shell, like, I can really grow. I can really evolve. I feel like you're gonna like who you are around this person and how this person makes you feel. This person's giving you anxiety. You'll know by feeling with both of them. Top person will give you anxiety. Wishy-washy. Don't know where you stand. I don't know. Don't know. This one, I love being around that person. I feel comfortable around that person. I put a boundary in with that person and they listened. I put a boundary with that person and they stopped applying. Different, different. For some of you guys, it's as simple as an X pops up as you meet this person and you're like, no, get out, you're gone. Could be that. They could maybe feel your energy off them. It could be something like that. I don't know. But I feel like this is the person that you meet here, this person that you feel like you can grow with. I feel like there's going to be a lot of new adventures. You could move in with them. I do see like marriage or children, if that's what you're open to. I see a lot of newness. This person's bringing a lot of newness and fresh energy to you. Let's go do this, let's go do that. I'm hearing traditions, so like a Christmas tradition or a birthday tradition or whatever the case. Like, I just see a lot of that. And I see you getting outside more. The birds are chirping for your reading. They only ever did that for pile number 1 as well. So I feel like this is very spiritually connected. I feel like spirit may be trying to align you with them. But yeah, that's what I'm seeing. I want to know how you meet this one. I want to know how you meet this person. I don't know why. I don't know how it correlates. I'm seeing the movie Ella Enchanted. If you've ever watched it, it's got Anne Hathaway in it. It's like I want to see how you meet. That's why I'm pulling the cards back. I just didn't want the other person's energy, because now they're gone. So it could be something at the beginning of the year or right before you meet this person. You meet the other person or the other person tries to come in. I just see you going, some of you guys are so simple. You're like, no. Oh, the ex just texted me. No. It's as simple as that. For others of you, it could be someone with a similar energy and you're like, I don't know. And then you go on a date and you're just unsure and it's like, this isn't an energy I want to be in. This isn't it. Like, no, they're not. They're beating around the bush. They're talking in circles. No, it's not what I want. And then the other one's there, you know. The other one's giving you nothing to fall back into. The other one's not making you feel safe, supported. Like, the other one's not, you know, it's like we're opening a shell and something's jumping in. There's no shell being opened. It's, I don't know. Pile number 4. Pile number 4. How does pile number 4 meet the second person, the person that they end up in a relationship with? Because the first one, I don't see you ending in a relationship at all. Or if it's someone from the past, I don't think it ever went into a relationship. Like it was probably like a situationship sort of thing. So how do pile number 4s meet their person? We've got the Knight of Cups. So the second person, how do they meet? Can you show me when, where, who, what, why, anything to do with how they meet this person? 7 of Wands. You're going to be a lot more open to people this year than last year. 2 of Cups. I feel like this person could offer you help, or it could be like you need something done in your home and this person shows up to the home to do something and it's like, oh, I remember you from like a night out or something. Or you could just go on a night out and then this person offers to like get you a cab home, or you lose something and this person helps you find it. Like there's something where this person's coming to you to offer something or guide you through something, or they literally physically, their first act to you is like physically showing up for you. Oh, I can give you a lift here, I can give you a drive here. Don't get in the car with strangers. Make sure you know them, okay? But that's just what I'm, look at that, Lovers, 2 of Cups, the Lovers. So you're always meant to meet this person. Prince of Wands at the back of the deck. I do see this person approaching you first. I'm offering you something. It could even be like I'm offering you emotional support. You've just come out of a relationship, or you're venting about that other person and I'm listening, you know. This could be like a colleague and they hear you talking about it and they're like, oh yeah, when somebody isn't showing it, like they're giving you advice, you know, like it's something like that. This could be a colleague and like, oh, like I can, you know, take you home if you want, like, oh, your car's broke down, or you could borrow this of me. Like there's an act being given to you. I'm giving you something. I'm sure, like I'm handing something to you. That's how this feels. My phone's died. Can I use your phone? Yeah. Like there's something like that happens. I feel like summertime is a highlight of when you may meet this person. I know it's like northern southern hemisphere, so whenever it is summertime for you guys, because I just see a lot of hotness, you know. It's hot where I am, the sun's out, so I feel like summertime, wherever that is for you guys, that's when you'd meet this person. That's how it feels. Both of you also may be summer babies or like late spring babies, if that makes sense. Maybe Gemini. I am picking up a lot of air, so yeah, that's something that's coming through. Knight of Cups, 7 of Wands. I kind of see you very much being defensive at first, I'm not gonna lie, because we've got the Lion card here, the Lion on the card with the 7 of Wands, and we've got this like Ring of Fire here, so it's almost like you may be super defensive when this person comes in, because I do see like a humorous feel of like this person approaching you and you're like, these are my boundaries, this is what I like, don't step towards me with this is what I want, I'm not dealing with this. And I see someone like, oh god, right, okay, well I've got to come correct. Like that's how I feel stepping towards you. So I feel like you may be like, by the way, don't even like you're, you know, like I don't know if you've seen those videos of the Queen's Guards in the UK and they're like there with their sword. It's almost like your shadow self or your inner child is like protecting your heart space, so they're there outside of like all of your vulnerabilities, like standing there. And if you've seen people try to touch the horse or touch the person and then the the guy's like, don't touch the god's paws or whatever, and they shout and people get a fright. Like, that's almost, you may be a bit touchy, I'm not gonna lie, or a bit defensive. Like, no, like, no. Like, you're very like, where were you? What, like, there's a little bit of like, what were you doing? Is that your boyfriend? Is that your girlfriend? Like, I see a little bit of that like right at the beginning. But this person is very intelligent, and I feel like they're emotionally intelligent. So it's almost like I'm looking at you and I'm going, oh, someone's trying to get away with something with you. Oh, okay. Like, they're able to see where it's coming from. So I'm not taking it to heart. It's like, oh, I can see. And I feel like I'm vocally open about it. So I feel like you may talk about it. Because I see you sitting there, because I'm showing somebody with their arms folded, right? So we fold our arms to protect ourselves. So you may give a little bit of sass to this person when you meet them. My arms are folded. I'm being very careful what I'm saying. I'm on the defense. My arms are folded. But I'm looking at it humorously. One, because I know where it's coming from. I get it. Second of all, like, anything I'm saying, I can see you really analysing me. So it's like, it's like I can see you're protecting yourself. So I'm really going to have to show before anything else. And I think that's where they're showing to you, like, by the way, I'm coming, you know, with a genuine offer. We've got the Two of Cups and the Lovers here. I'm coming with a genuine offer, by the way. And there's a lot of like, I'm letting you know what I'm doing before I do it. So it's like, I'm not only saying, I'm physically doing it. I told you I'll be there at 7 p.m, showing up at 6:55. Like, it's almost like I'm cautious of where there may be, like, they're almost looking at it as woundings. I'm not looking at it as woundings. It's more like I'm protective, not going through that again. Which is probably where you catch the other person out. But they may look at it as woundings, but as they get to know you, I don't see it like wounding. It's like, I'm just very protective. You're not coming into this space unless the tide's all the way in, and then I can you know, swim in. Like, I'm not letting go of this rock for no one. So I see you being very stubborn with your boundaries when you meet this person. Very stubborn. This is what I like. This is what I want. Boom. Very stubborn. But I see this person kind of softening you, to be honest, here. So summertime, you'll meet this person. I see them helping you out in some sort of way. Again, it could shift depending on energies. If you were to entertain the other person, then it wouldn't be summertime, it would shift. Do you get what I mean? It all depends on how you move this year. But again, you'll know the difference by feeling. One of them's wishy-washy, the other one, it's like, I'm defensive, but you're showing up, but I still got my wits about me, you know? It's kind of how it feels. Pile number 4's next. What's the karma in pile number 4's love life 2024? I do feel this is like someone significant, and someone you probably will be in a long-term committed relationship or end up being in a relationship with, or something like that. I mean, we literally have Two of Cups, the Lovers. We literally have them both. So you are meeting somebody significant this year for sure. Pile number... So we have pay attention to the red flags, the signs of caution in you. I mean, that's straight away at the beginning. That could maybe happen springtime, or both could happen in the summertime. I don't see the winter though. I see January, February, March, like early March. I see, I don't see much. I don't see anything. But the astrological new year is March anyway, so Aries season, so... We have keep an open mind. Oh, I'm going to have to cover this one up. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. So they may look different to what you expected. Or they may have a completely different job to what you expected. Or they could be... you could have had a vision in your brain of what they're like, and they could be very different. That's what I'm being shown. I feel like... I don't know if, you know, like really physically attractive, like, oh, you could model, like that type of attractive. I don't feel like you normally go for that. I feel like there's a certain style you go for, and I don't think this person's going to look like that style. I feel like they're going to be like oh, you're attractive on paper, like you're what anyone would call attractive, like that's what you are, and it's going to be different to what you'd usually go for. But I see you being attracted to them, and it's like, I'm attracted to you, but I don't know why. Like it's kind of like that, you know. Or they may do something or work at something where you're like, don't like that, but you need to look at it differently. Like you could be like, say now, you could be like very spiritual and, you know, a bit of a nomad and move that way, and this person could work in an office 9 to 5, and you're like, I could never do a 9 to 5. But it's like, we all have different journeys, and I feel like you're going to learn that with this person. Like that's that person's journey, and this person's trying to do this, it works for their life purpose, and you actually get on really well. Like, you know what I mean? Like there's a contrast where it's like, I wouldn't normally go for that, but this really works. Don't know how, but it does. Like that's how this feels. Pile number 4, we have retreat. That came with playfulness. It's time to disconnect from the world, retreat, and then playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirits of fun to shine. And then the back of the deck we have trust. This situation is calling you to have faith. Yeah. Oh, I just dropped the cards down. With a retreat, I do feel like there are gonna, I just see your arms being folded and at times being a bit stubborn, not gonna lie. See urchin thing stuck to the rock. It's like I don't want to play ball sometimes. It's like my arms are folded, this person's throwing a ball, it's like I don't want to pick it up, but then I'm like, but I do want to pick it up. Like I feel like this person's gonna have you open up and soften, but I feel like it's gonna take time. This person feels emotionally intelligent, so they're gonna understand something about you. They're gonna have like patience in getting to know you, because I see them not trying too hard romantically at first. It's like, let's build, that's what we're gonna do first. Yeah, I feel like this person's had like a long-term relationship. This person feels like they've had long-term relationships, so they've had long-term relationships before. It's like, I know how to move, I know how to make a relationship a success. I know, like, very emotionally intelligent is what I'm trying to say. So it's like they move that way with you. They may see you a bit like a feral cat at the beginning, you know, when you try, like my cat Jasper's here for your reading, and sometimes with Jasper you've got to let him come to you. If you keep trying to pick him up, or no, he'll run away, he's not interested. And I feel like at times there's gonna have to be space a little bit. This person feels really emotionally intelligent, understand that about you, but they are gonna view you a little bit like a feral cat. It's like, let me take my time. A message from your higher self for 2024. A message for pile number 4's higher self for love in 2024. Pile number 4, please, spirit guides. A message from pile number 4's higher self for 2024. A message from pile number 4's higher self. Oh god, cards are spiraling. Okay, I'll use this because I feel like that's why it came out. It like flipped over and it almost fell. So we have this card which says friendship. Nurture the bonds of friendship within your relationship and your love life will dramatically improve. That's what this person understands from the beginning and chooses to get to know you and take time building that trust with you at first. And I think it's going to do you the world of good too, because it's going to take you that slow burn to kind of open up like that. I think you're going to really appreciate that about this person. This person may be a bit older than you, or they may just act older. They're very emotionally intelligent. It wouldn't shock me if this person's quite a bit older than you, or they've had like a really long-term relationship, or they've done a lot of emotional work inwardly and they're quite emotionally intelligent like that, because they know to take their time. Pile number... This person as well could work in like healing professions, like therapy, counselling. They could work with kids. Like this person's got the patience of a saint. Like this person's really, that's the biggest word I want to give for this person. They're very patient. They could be like a vet. They could work with animals. I'm doing that if you're hearing weird noises. Let me stop. They're very caring and attentive, and they understand you're moving this way because of this, you're moving this way because of that. Like they could have had a certain type of upbringing that allowed them to open up to that within themselves. They could have been like a parentified child where they had to understand the needs of other people first. That's what I'm being shown. So there's a, you know, and you could be the same too. That could be mirrored within you if any of that registers with you. But this person, they're very patient. Pile number 4. They're seeing you, like, I want to laugh because this is almost the way they're viewing you. Like, I'm seeing somebody folding their arms and I'm being very headstrong and very stubborn. And I kind of want to laugh at it. Like, but not in like a ha-ha way. It's like cute. It's like, you know when like, have you ever seen when a cat's annoyed with you, they turn their back to you? Apparently that's like they feel offended, so they turn their back. But like, how can you be angry at a cat? Like, they're so cute. You know what I mean? Like, I remember I put something in Jasper's face before and he turned his back to me and I was like, okay, I'll leave you be, boundaries, but also that is adorable. And that's kind of how I feel. Like, that's the energy I'm being put in. Like, it's like, no, don't want to do this. And it's like, I'm laughing. You know what I mean? Because then as time comes on, it's almost like you're laughing too. That's just how it, you know, that's just what I'm picking up. I don't see you being mean, by the way. I don't see you being bratty or anything like that. It's not like that. I hope I'm not explaining it like that. It's just, I'm stubborn, I know what I want, and I'm cautious. Pile until I know that I can bring you in, you know? Let me pop these cards up because we're doing song lyrics now. Song lyrics for 2024 for my pal 4s, love lives, please. Yeah, we have Selena Gomez. Why don't you recognize I'm so rare? And on the flip side, because it flipped both ways, we have Kehlani. You saw right through every last bit of me. So that's, I feel, because it flipped, I feel like that's your energy to the other person. Like, that's how you're gonna act. That's how you're gonna step towards me, really. Whereas this energy, Kehlani, you saw through every last bit of me, which is the song Running. This person's gonna see things in you that maybe you don't even see in yourself sometimes. They're gonna know how to energetically tend to you. May leave you feeling a bit vulnerable. Maybe that's why the arms are crossed, because it's like, oh, I'm feeling feelings, don't want you to see them. But they're gonna have you open up like that. Pile number what are we doing? Pile number 4. Pile number 4. 2024 spirit guides. Pile number 4 for 2024 love. Song lyrics for pile number 4. You have Tinashe. You don't know me like you think you do. Interesting. I feel like sometimes, because you're quite a deep person, but I do feel like there's a really strong shell around you. I feel like there's you from a lighter-hearted perspective and there's you on a deeper perspective. The shell's protecting the deeper side to you. I feel like you're very cautious who you let in, to the point that even your higher self and energetically, there's people you don't bloom around because you hide that deeper side of you. You don't feel comfortable. This person's going to bring that out. Pile number 4. October's a highlight as well. Summer and October. So it could be like you meet them in summer, October, it's a relationship. Summer and October. Those are the, you know. We have the Fugees, Ready or Not, Here I Come, You Can't Hide. I feel like there's parts of you you're not going to be able to hide from this person. They're just going to see it. And you're used to people maybe not going that deep, or not seeing you as deep, or not, you know, and this person is going to. You could go somewhere for food on a first date, where there's like Italian or something like that. I just got a taste of garlic in my mouth. That's why I'm saying that. You could be eating and it's like garlic, and that's what I picked up, but I don't know. You could go somewhere like with Italian food. This person could be Italian. I don't know. I was thinking of like pesto and garlic and all of that, because that's what I felt like I tasted. Pile number 4. We have Judy Garland, Somewhere Over the Rainbow, and that's what we have as well. Somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds fly. There's a interesting. I don't even know what to make of that. Somewhere over the rainbow. This person could live This person could live somewhere different and have just moved towards you. How do I make this make sense? Energetically, you're like the same person, but then I'm being shown like a rainbow. Like, it's almost like something had to happen for you guys to click. An energy had to be aligned with for you both to come towards each other. Because I'm thinking of the rainbow like a bridge, like a rainbow bridge. So it's energetically manifested into the physical, but then someone's over here and someone's over there. So it's either like energetically you both had to shift into this, or one of you had to literally move closer to somebody else so you could move and they could. It could be that. Yeah. And the back of the deck you have Queen. Don't stop me now because I'm having a good time. I see you really enjoying this person's company. Like, really enjoying this person's company. And I see you kind of like, I'm not gonna lie, I do see you kind of scolding yourself at first. Like, no, I'm not, but you are. Like, because like, I don't want to be vulnerable, but it's coming out though, you know? That's what I'm picking up. Pile number 4. Like, that tide's got to be all the way in before you pop in. You've got to have something emotional to cling on to, emotional stability, emotional depth to cling on to, for you to really get off that rock and show the vulnerable parts of you. This person comes in like the ocean. The other person was like a grain of sand on the floor. You had nothing to jump onto, and that's why you weren't blooming. It was never to do with you. You didn't feel comfortable. And that's how you know that this is your person, because you can feel the support, the water behind you. You can let go of the rock. Pile number 4. What's pile number 4's person going to be like? Can you show me personality traits and physical traits? Remember, take these as they come. Some of them are very specific. So pile number 4's person, what are they going to be like? The person pile number 4 meets. We have tall. So they could be tall. We have divine feminine. So it could be with the divine feminine that you are the other halves of each other. Or this person could have a lot of activated divine feminine in them. Pile number, they're definitely in touch with their intuition and their emotions. I'm not going to lie. We have medium height as well. Pile number, we have same age, so you're going to be in the same age bracket, whatever that means for you. If you see same ages within the same 5 years, or within the same 3 years, or within the same year, that's what it'll be for you, whatever resonates with you. Pile number 4, we have friends first. Yeah, I'm not shocked at that coming through, because we had I'm sure there was a card talking about friendship. Wasn't it that one, the friendship card? Yeah, friendship. See, I knew I'd seen it somewhere, friendship. That's not shocked me. We've got 1 year apart, so you could be within the 1 year apart. I mean, it's the same as same age. Pile number, your story may be the same. That's something I want to say. Your story may be the same. That's probably why they see you and get you, because it's like, yeah, I know I've been now we have 5+ years older, so I don't think age is anything to hyper focus. We've got them all here almost. We've got curly hair. Pile number, what have we got that fell? We've got athletic. So they could work out, could go to the gym a lot, they could compete and things like that. That could be their job. We have passionate. You're both very deep individuals, I'll say that. Cheekbones, they could have very prominent cheekbones. Final card, pile number 4's person. Oh, I said final card and 2 came. So we have shy, so they could be a bit reserved at first, or they could think that you're shy, or vice versa. And then we have overseas. So like I said, this person could live somewhere different and then they move there, you know, it could be that. And then we have past life connection here. So you could have had a past life with this person. I feel like there is going to be a click. I feel like I see something being said where even you laugh. Like, how do I put it into words? Like, I see something where you're like being stubborn and then you laugh at what you've just said. Or you tell somebody something and then you laugh because it's like I don't know, like it's almost like you're testing someone and then you laugh at it because it's almost silly. Like, you and this person both laugh at the same time. Like, there's something that happens like that where you both laugh, either off originally meeting or when the ice starts to break. You know, it's almost like my arms are crossed and I'm like being stubborn and I'm testing, but then I kind of know I can see that you're kind of genuine, but I'm still keeping it up. And then I say something to you, but it's kind of funny at this point, so we both kind of laughed. That's what I'm picking up. Yeah, that there's something like that where ice breaks, or it's around the time that you meet. I don't know, there's something. And there's like and I feel like, because I find it so funny, like in my energy, like I see two people laughing. I feel like as time goes on, when you've been together like 5 years, 10 years, whatever, when you tell the stories, like, remember when you did this, or remember when you were like this, like there's something where you're gonna laugh at, and it's funny. Yeah. So pile 4, that is what I have for you guys. That was lovely. I'm not gonna lie, I feel good after that. Like, that was lovely. The energies here are lovely once you get over that initial whatever that was. But that was lovely. So pile number 4, I really hope this resonated. Hit the thumbs up if it did. If I don't see you before New Year's, if the other video doesn't come up or whatever, I hope you have a lovely New Year's. If you're going out, please stay safe, take care. I hope you have a lovely 2024. And yeah, I hope you have a beautiful morning, afternoon, evening, whenever you're watching this, and hopefully I'll see you guys in my next video. So thank you guys for watching.